All right, here we are, guys.
Yo, how's it doing, everyone?
Far out. So episode 12 of the Milk Bucket Boys.
Jeez,
Well,
we're here,
as always,
boys.
thank you very much for tuning in. Fucking super pumped to make this fucking episode.
Yeah, I don't know why. It feels like we haven't made it in ages, but it's been a fucking week. Same
Yeah,
as normal. And
yeah.
I just feel excited.
Super keen, man.
A few things have
Episode
happened.
Quite a few
A few
things,
things
man.
have happened. A few people might have lost a few $100,000. Just I don't know how much investment you guys have in the cryptocurrencies. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh,
Bas
man.
just dropped his phone.
Yeah, I just dropped my phone.
You know, there's been a few people who might have lost some dollars.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
we're not here to make fun. You know what I mean? We all use dollars. I'm down, I think, 10% in Woodside, which makes me quite annoyed.
Jeez,
It's an oil
man.
company in Australia. But
Jeez.
some people are down more than 10%. That's what I figured out
Yeah.
this week.
Dude, so for the context, in case you're listening to this after this week, so it's the 23rd of May 2021, and a few days ago, pretty much all crypto was down like 45% in the space of an hour.
Yeah, it's crazy. There was
Bitcoin, Ethereum, all of them.
all the altcoins are getting fucked as well.
All of them. I sorted it by which one had done the most highest percentage up, and the highest one was like minus 15%.
Oh, it's crazy.
It was crazy, bro.
Because, like, you know, who knows? I think I've heard people saying they had a dead cat, or maybe they've been
Yeah, they had a dead cat bounce. Yeah.
But yeah, I wonder if it's going to drop. Because, like, so for people who don't understand, dead cat, it goes down and then people buy in at a certain point and it starts driving the price up again.
It's like a reactionary bounce back.
Yeah, and the question is, where does it go from here? Does it now dip even further than before? Because
I think it's going to go straight down, bro.
there's a
It's going to
potential
do the Harry
where-
Potter all.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
The Harry
Maybe-
Potter lightning strike.
Maybe Elon's going to come out tomorrow and be like, no, Bitcoin's cool. You know what I mean?
He's lost his credibility, man.
Bro, it's so funny. He's like, because you can't price manipulate. For people to understand, you can't, if he went and said, oh, I think Tesla's price is too high, which he has done in the past, he gets massive fines for that because that's stock manipulation.
Yeah.
But crypto is so decentralized and like there's just no rule, there's no regulation about it.
Also, he would be allowed to do that with a normal currency. It is completely illegal for you. There's no international regulations for currency markets, which is why it's literally the currency markets is the Wild West of financial markets because there is no international law for finance.
Imagine if people, I mean, maybe people do.
So you can pump and dump the Somali currency if you want.
But you know how Forex usually is done with margins?
Yep.
Yeah, imagine if people were doing that with crypto as well.
Insane.
Bruv.
So just to give a bit of context here, because this is very rarely a business sort of thing, but it's something that we like to dabble with. So
We like making money. We also like to laugh at people who fucking lose money. You know,
Yeah,
It's
which
just
is
part of the-
usually
part of
us.
the culture.
Yeah, so a lot of the times because the US dollar compared to the Australian dollar.
Tastes fresh.
Oh man. The US dollar compared to the Australian dollar doesn't change very much. Like you'll be lucky if it changes half of a percent in a day. So a lot of the times people will borrow like 300 times as much. So 300 to 500 times leverage is normal in the foreign exchange market.
And for people who don't who think, oh yeah, but that's just the Australian AUD, the Aussie dollar, and I had someone actually ask this. Let me clarify. Aussie means Australian, Kiwi means New Zealander.
Yeah.
Shout out to Enzo. He asked and he wasn't sure. And I realized,
really? Okay.
There's probably a whole group of people that have no idea what we mean.
Yeah, so the Kiwi is a reference to either Kiwi people, New Zealanders, or Kiwi. The Kiwi is the Kiwi dollar.
And it's because they've got a little cute bird. It's actually not cute. I was thinking quokka. No, they've got a little bird called the Kiwi.
It's actually not cute.
It just looks like a bush with a fucking beak or something, you know?
Yeah.
Anyway, the Aussie dollar is like the 6th most traded currency.
Yeah.
So like, it's not even like this is just some stable currency that no one bets against. Like, no, people
very
be
used.
betting with the things, but because you're betting on it going from 1 cent to 0.2, I don't know, 2 cents or whatever, they're needing more,
exactly.
bigger shifts.
You need to be way leveraged.
And so they margin lend, and which means they're borrowing money to do so. And I'm just thinking, like, imagine if you had these Bitcoin cowboys who are fucking like investing in these altcoins that are worth 0.000001 cent.
Bro, it is scary.
With margin lending.
The thing is, it sucks when you lose your own money. It's a whole other thing if you lose borrowed money. There was actually a story. I don't want to fucking make this negative, but someone borrowed, I think.
I love how you said, I don't want to make this negative after we're talking to probably 30% of our fans just lost $5,000 last week.
Yeah. But
already
again, this
negative,
will
right?
make you feel a lot better, actually.
Right.
Because someone was doing Bitcoin and he was super pro Bitcoin. And what happened was that he borrowed, so he put, I think, 20 grand in, but he borrowed 10 grand of it. So he borrowed double it. And what ended up happening is that he the crash happened. He got margin called and he lost the whole 10 grand that he borrowed, along with a couple of grand of his own money. And he ended up killing himself.
For people who don't... Jesus Christ. Okay, let's skip on. Sheesh. For people who don't know, the call, it can only go down a certain amount before they will take it. So it's not like you can just write it out to it being worth 0.001%. They might say, if it drops 20%, we take the assets, essentially. But yeah, so it can be a bit dangerous. So that's why, borrowing on a margin is pretty shit. But... yeah, to all you people who made money, that's fantastic. To all you people who lost money, this happened before.
You win some, you lose some, bro.
You know what I mean? Apparently, this happened last year. This happened in 2017.
Yeah.
I think Bitcoin has crashed like every 2 years by 70% and still keeps growing. It's still like the biggest growing asset in the last like 100 years or some shit. So,
really?
Yeah, one of our mates, Hey, it's Aaron, told me something like that. I can't remember.
Okay, but he's pro Bitcoin. So I don't know if he's the person you want to listen to about that.
It makes sense.
A little bit of bias.
It was worth like cents, in like 2010 or
was
something.
it ever worth cents?
I'm pretty
sure.
sure.
It came out like worth $1.
I mean, who the fuck knows? But,
maybe it was.
Apparently back in the day, there were like fucking websites where you could literally click a button and they just give you a Bitcoin.
Oh.
Which shows you the because the math problems to get the Bitcoins have got way harder over the years.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like back in the day, it was different, bro.
Yeah,
anyway, this made me, it made me realize a lot of people losing money. A lot of people are going through some hardship. We've just come out of a global pandemic. A lot of the world's still not out of it.
Anyone lucky enough to have Bitcoin is now fucking broke.
Yeah. So it's like, and look, Bitcoin did really well through the pandemic. So that was probably the one thing keeping 18 to 25-year-old men happy.
Yeah.
Because
I would say 14 to 24-year-old men.
They invested bare money in the fucking crypto. Yeah. And it just kept going up. But so what I thought is, we had that competition back in the day.
Yes, sir.
For the beer. We found out a lot of people, were younger maybe, or they just didn't want to record themselves drinking. That's fine. You know what I mean? We've still got Life Feast and we've still got Ralph who are getting, I think it was 50% off merch when we do that.
Something like that. 50%
don't worry,
off.
boys. We still got you.
Yep.
But we got a new fucking competition that I thought of.
Go on.
A lot of people are starving for money. And what I thought was, what better way than sending out $1 whole dollar? You know what I mean? $1 whole dollar just alleviate your fucking pain, alleviate the struggle. We'll even sign it for you if you want. You know what I mean?
So we sell a signed milk bucket dollar.
Yeah, a signed. And when they say milk bucket, it's not some printed shit. This is a fucking dollar. So unlike a lot of things, unlike these fucking stupid NFTs, which, it's like a kid like wanking or something like that. We can come to NFTs in a second, actually.
Yeah, okay.
But this one has, at the very base level, it's worth $1 Australian dollar. And guess crazy, what? Man. If we blow up in the future, maybe it's worth like, millions.
So how do they enter? And what's the competition
so
for?
The way you enter is you've got to go to the Instagram account, which is at Milk Bucket Podcast.
Yep.
And you got to DM us what you would do with $1 Australian dollar.
With $1 milk bucket dollar. Do we have any competition, like any, what's it called? Copyright issues by turning an Aussie dollar into a milk bucket dollar? Oh, it's not. We're just keeping it as
what it is, bro.
Yeah, it is what it is.
It's just a signed little token. It's all fun.
So we're signing
Australian government, suck my dick.
Yeah, fair enough. So we're signing it on one side and then drawing a cow on the other side.
That would be fucking so funny. Let's do that.
So we can either do it with a $1 coin, or actually, for those who are listening that aren't Australians, Google what a 50-cent coin looks like, because it's a really cool octagonal shape, and I don't think it's very normal. So would you prefer to have a 50-cent coin, which has got more surface area, so more space for fun stuff?
But it's got less use for fun stuff.
Yeah, true.
You know what I mean? You don't tip a stripper a 50-cent coin. You tip her a $1 coin.
A $1 note.
Yo.
Oh, should we get $1 notes? So the ones from 1950s?
Shit. Okay, how about we do this? What we'll do is on the Instagram this week, we'll put up like a story saying what would you want.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And like worst comes worst, we can go.
Or how about they send in what they would do with it, and then they said what their preference is. 50 cents or $1.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, okay.
That's sick.
I like that. I don't mind that.
So the guarantee is we will sign it and we will draw a fucking cow on it or some dumb shit like that. Or like a milk bucket. I don't know. Who the fuck knows? But it could be a bit of fun.
And then you got to tell us what you would use it for.
Guess what? If you're trying to go down to your nearest dealer and he's selling you a dime bag, you got $1 on us, lads. If you want to go
300th of the way there.
If you want to go and fucking get your mum a card that's $1 a night.
Yeah,
it is
far
what
out,
it is,
man.
baby.
Dude.
But it could be a bit of fun. And guess what? It's not limited to Australia.
Yeah.
You know, if you're from, you know, Ralph and Live Feast, they're perfect examples. I think they're from Ralph's from Northern Europe, Live Feast from
South
kind of Central America.
Yep.
And guess what? One day you might be in Australia.
Yeah.
One day
sure.
you might
could use
find
it.
one hooker who says, I'm doing a fucking special, this time only deal.
Aussie dollars.
$1 for an hour.
Yeah.
Has to be Australian. And guess what? You got it, boys.
And
You know
you
what
just
I mean?
happen to have it in your pocket.
So anyone fucking message us. You got a week to message. We'll decide it next week. We're not going to draw it out like we did with the beer. We're just going to fucking bang it.
Yep.
Maybe we might even
the shipping for this 50 cent or $1 is going to be like $50. Just send $1 coin
you know
over.
what? We'll eat that for the fans, bro.
Yeah.
That'd be fun. We'll even write you a fucking little note or something like that and
Yeah.
chuck it in innit?
Yeah.
But it could be a bit of fun. So message. I also noticed that with you know, we have a bunch of people who aren't following the Instagram account, and so yeah, if you want to enter, go fucking give us a follow, and we'll be able to sort that out. Anyway,
Okay.
boys, if you want $1 on us, fucking let us know.
Yeah. And speaking of money,
Yeah.
or people that have a lot of it, Bill Gates. Have you heard of what's
Yeah.
happened with him?
Yes, sir.
Have you? Bro, okay, so I actually...
Well,
surprised-
I've heard some of it. Maybe there's more.
Dude, it's fucked. So everyone knew Bill Gates as like this nerdy, lovable guy who wants to save the planet and does nothing wrong.
I think I know what you're talking. I still think he sounds like a pussy in this, but keep going.
Bro, so all these allegations have come out. So you know Melinda, his ex-wife, has filed for divorce from 2019.
But let's say when we say allegations, oh, I do know what you mean now. Yeah, I thought you meant.
2019. So
Yeah,
let me
okay.
tell you
Keep
what's
going.
happened.
You tell us a story.
Now, suddenly, Bill Gates there's been a lot of ties between Jeffrey Epstein and Bill Gates. So Bill Gates went to Jeffrey Epstein's house, and no one knows what they were doing, but you know, it could be anything. Then turns out Bill Gates was a huge fucking player. So I wrote down a quote here because I thought it was fucking hilarious, and I would never have thought about it from Bill Gates. According to his biographers, he enjoyed naked pool parties with strippers and was a womanizer in his youth. He would visit one of Seattle's all-nude nightclubs and hire dancers to come to his home and swim naked with his friends in an indoor pool.
So what you're saying is he's a fucking legend.
Yeah,
what do you mean?
the fuck?
That's sick.
Bill Gates.
I also don't like. Shut the fuck up, Melinda. Like I was listening to
Shut the fuck up, Melinda.
stupid bitch. You're like, what are you
And
talking
he
about?
cheated on her multiple times.
Yeah, he's worth $1 billion
Multiple
at the time.
times.
Okay, so here's what I should say. And I've actually, this is me kind of stealing it from a guy we've shouted out before, Akash Singh.
Hey.
I think he's on Flagrant 2, which gets hundreds of $1,000.
Shout out him.
Yeah. Shout out Flagrant 2, bro. Anyway, he had this point, and it's so fucking true. Like with Mackenzie Bezos, she
Yeah.
was with him from the start. She was with him from the jump.
Oh, really?
So guess what?
So
Yeah.
McKinsey wasn't.
No. Well, this is Melinda. No,
Melinda
Mackenzie
wouldn't,
was.
yeah.
No, so Mackenzie's with him from the jump, which means like the time when he comes home all stressed and shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
She's like, babes, it's gonna be alright. Maybe she gives him some head or something like that, and suddenly
Yeah.
he feels good and he can keep going.
Mhm.
This bitch came apparently when he was already worth like $1 billion.
Oh,
That's when they got
really?
married.
Okay. So you're going into it knowing you're going to get cheated on.
It's like being it's like being a 25-year-old model dating a 25-year-old NBA player. It's like, no, you understand what happens.
Like,
This
you're
is
not
part
in
of it.
this relationship for the fucking long term.
I'm more
like, it's
shocked
gonna-
though. Like, I just wouldn't have expected from fucking Billy Boy.
Yeah.
He looked like
that's
a
the
pussy.
thing.
Did you
He'd
hear-
he must have been intentionally making that his reputation. That takes a lot of fucking planning and expensive PR to make sure that the only light you get shown is like the lovable nerd.
Yeah, I mean, gee, well, it's more. I get what you're saying. It's more the whole like things coming out. I also want to say like this might be controversial. I don't know.
Yep.
So, what's the guy? The Epstein.
Yep.
He was obviously a fucking horrible person, all that kind of shit,
Yep.
right? But like, he's throwing these parties, and some of them obviously there are children involved and shit like that, which is like abhorrent. Like that's crazy. But like, if he's throwing parties for that, he's probably also throwing parties which just have cocaine on them. He's probably throwing parties with just having strippers.
Yeah.
So it's like not every person associated with him was like immediately a child pedophile. You know what I mean? He was definitely a sex trafficker and like this who definitely.
Oh, but there's huge guilty by association. If you hang out with someone who's known for dodgy shit, you are known for dodgy shit too.
No, I get what you're saying, but it's not true, is it?
It's not true.
It's what society does.
Yeah, but that's a whole like what's it called, rabbit hole or wormhole? And it's a huge wormhole when you fucking realize that if you're it's all about
you enter it, you end up in another dimension.
no, it's all about what's it called, the look of something.
Yeah, obviously.
What's that word for? What's that word called? It's about like the look of it.
I don't know.
It'll come to me later.
Sure. Marketing. Yeah, I know what you're saying, but like when people start saying Bill Gates was into kids, look, maybe he was, and like that's obviously horrible if he was, but there's also a pretty strong chance that he just like getting his dick sucked and cheating on his fucking wife, and like
True.
again, I don't think we really condone that. Like it is what it is, but
Condemn that, you mean?
no, condone that.
Oh,
meaning
okay,
like we don't like cheating on your significant other is not a good thing.
Yeah,
but it's not the same as being a fucking pedophile.
Yeah,
You know
one of them is illegal and immoral. The other one just means you have a bad marriage.
Yeah.
It's not a huge fucking systematic problem.
Baz is like, get over it. I could be this.
But honestly, no. In comparison to pedophilia, one of them is get over it.
Yeah.
This is a you problem. The other one is this is a systemic societal problem.
Yeah. Do you reckon they use that in like marriage counselors? Like we only have this small little problem. You know what I mean? Shut up. No one cares.
Imagine if you went to a marriage counselor, you're like sitting there trying to open up. She just rolls her eyes and is like, can you just fucking leave me alone? Like the other people right there couldn't even eat food. And you're out
You were
here.
just at Epstein's house. You saw a little toddler walk past. What do you think that was there for?
Oh, far out.
Yeah,
Man.
but okay, I'm curious. So
Yep.
I actually don't mind Mackenzie Bezos getting money because I definitely know the relief you can get from people being in your life. And yeah, you might say like she didn't write code or like tell you how to do stuff, but like keeping you sane during a period of time.
Yeah.
In a marriage, I
totally
I
agree.
completely get that. Like
Yep.
it's like sorry, you know,
Both of them
you
got
cheat
banged.
on your wife. It is what it is, bruv. Like that's fine. But with Melinda, I'm a bit more like, if you're marrying a billionaire and wanting to get money, let's not pretend like you're wanting to do it for any other reason than you want money.
There's a very big difference between having $1 billion or $2 billion or even 10 billion. And they got divorced with, I think, 170 billion Aussie.
What's your point?
So they started off, I don't know how much they started off. Let's just say hypothetically he had $10 billion back
Sure.
in 2000, which
Sure.
was worth a lot.
Yes.
And then now he's got 170 billion.
Right.
So there's 160 that's been gained, 16 times more than they started.
Right.
So they still have to split that 160.
No, I understand legally they have to. But
Or
I'm saying...
maybe they don't.
No, I think they do.
Is it the value of the shares or is it the amount of shares you have? Because maybe he probably has a lot less shares than he had before because he's donated a lot of them.
I think he still worth millions lots. I'm pretty sure he's still in top 10.
No,
top
because
10.
if you own a house
Yeah.
and then you get a prenup based on that house, you say, I want to have this house for myself. They don't say, oh, look, it's appreciated 3 times, so you got to give them 2/3 of the house.
I don't know if that's true. I also
I don't
don't
know
think
either.
prenups work, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I
think-
don't know either. But that's a very, very interesting can of worms.
Yeah, but like my whole... Again, I think Mackenzie Bezos, there's an argument to be made that she has had an impact on his success.
Absolutely, man.
I
Absolutely.
think if you have $1 billion in the year 2000, I don't think that... Or it wasn't even the year 2000. I think they got married in 1985 or something like that. You have
Oh,
$1
really?
billion in 85. Like, look, I could be wrong. He did go through the tech bubble. He could have been just another guy who got fucking swallowed up by like all the crashing things, and he wasn't. And maybe she was fucking rubbing his shoulders, doing all that kind of shit. But
Yeah.
it just, I don't know. It sits wrong with me. I feel like she's just like, shut the fuck up. Why are you trying to claim
Yeah.
50 billion as if you did something for that? You married a guy worth $1 billion.
Yeah, actually, I'm not actually that annoyed at that. I'm more annoyed at the times when comedians, it's usually comedians from what I can tell, or maybe you just hear the story from comedians, or like these huge finance guys who have their 3rd divorce, and then this woman who's come from nothing, or like just a middle-class family, like, you know, middle class as most people in first world countries, to this extraordinary lifestyle, and then when they divorce, they have alimony payments of like 500k a year.
What do you think
For the rest of their
What are you
life.
talking about?
Huh?
Why would that? The only reason why that's not happening is because the kids are over 18.
It does happen, but these humongous.
I mean, with Melinda Gates.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know if it'll happen with Melinda Gates. She has 50 billion in her pocket.
No, that's my point. No, he would have to pay for it if the kids were under 15, under 18. But the
Damn.
kids are older. They're like 25-year-olds.
Yeah, and apparently that whole alimony, it's uncapped. So it all depends on your income.
It's
so you have
percentage-based.
NBA players paying like
Bro.
$500,000 a year,
I got a
and
story
these
on that.
ex-girlfriends refusing to get remarried because that turns off the alimony.
Bro, legit. That exact story. I was listening to a podcast, fucking, again, shout out to Krill and Kevin. They used to have probably one of the greatest podcasts of all time.
Oh yeah, shout out.
And the fucking cunts took it off, and now you can't find it anywhere. It's so hard.
Really?
It was literally one of the most interesting ones to listen to. Anyway,
Jeez.
and they were talking about how there was a guy called Blake Griffin. He plays for the Brooklyn Nets, and he's like a really He's not the greatest, to be honest with you, but he was really athletic and he probably got a lot of sponsorship because he's very marketable.
Yeah.
He's like this, like, I think he's mixed or something like that. But anyway, it is what it is. He's very marketable, and they marketed the fuck out of him. And he had a girl where she was dating this guy and the guy wanted to marry her and she said, I can't marry you because if I do, I lose the payments I get from him.
Yeah.
And it was something like $500,000 a month.
Jesus
a month.
Christ.
Which is crazy because this is what really opened up to me. Like,
how much is he making?
Exactly. So he was on a big contract, but this probably was a couple of years back before in sports a lot of times they have salary caps, so they say like you can't pay your players more than X amount.
Yeah.
And like in football, so soccer, there's no salary cap, and that's why you see Ronaldo making $120 million this year on the Forbes list, and and Messi I think was 130. Yeah. You know what I mean? But in basketball, they do have a cap. But this is where I found out how much money they make from sponsors. Because he probably was only pulling in maybe $20 million a year, which is still a lot of money.
Okay, fair
but
enough.
that for $500,000 a month
that's a lot of money.
until 18.
Yep.
You know what I mean? That's when you realize, like, shit, sponsors must be crazy. I bet you it's like the salary
probably
you make
60 million,
is good.
Right? So, and she gets 10%.
Yeah, but imagine... well, it has to be more than that because there's no way they're only giving 10%. I'm pretty sure they go quite... Although alimony, so maybe it's different.
I don't know, man. That shit's fucked, though.
What do you think about that concept, though? Do you know why the reason why they make it uncapped is because they don't want there to be a standard of living difference between the mum and the dad.
Yeah. I think they want to maintain whatever the wife had, so that the kids feel unbiased about staying at mum.
It's like, remember that Dr. Dre shit that came out where his ex-wife was starting to put down this bullshit reason why she was trying to claim 12 mil a month or some dumb shit like that.
Jeez, 12 mil a month.
It was something like $130,000 clothes a month.
What?
Like, what are you fucking retarded? You self-entitled bitch. Like, what is this?
120k of clothes.
Yeah, and that wasn't even the craziest thing. I think it was like 500,000 entertainment. It might have been like 2 mil. I can't exactly remember how much it was, but it was ridiculous. You look at the breakdown and it's like, sorry, you've done like, look, I get you might be salty and maybe
I think that if you can get that money, you may as well.
Oh, no,
I
get it.
If you have a good lawyer who can help you out.
Yeah, I know, but I just think like, how do you expect anyone to think of you as a real human being? Like Mackenzie Bezos,
your friends will stick with you.
Mackenzie Bezos is dating like a teacher now.
Is he?
Yeah, I think so.
She is.
I'm like, and she's giving so much money away, and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, I don't mind her doing this. Like, fucking Jeff took such a minor hit because he's already the fucking richest guy again.
Post-divorce
40 mil, what?
Yeah. The funny thing is, if she just left, bro, the alpha move is if she kept her fucking Amazon stock.
Oh, yeah.
And then they owned the same amount of stock. So she would always be as rich as her ex-husband.
Oh, bro, that'd be hilarious.
That would be and then she would be the richest person on earth.
Bro,
as
imagine
well.
if there was like a mini dip and she like bought up a majority stakeholder. Or just like a big enough percentage that like in meetings she's just a bit of a cunt. Like, so we're thinking of doing a further expansion into Bhutan. And she's like, no, fuck that, sorry. Yep. No. Just start tanking it. You know what I mean? She's that level of petty. She's willing to drive $40 million worth of stock into fucking 20 or something.
Well, she's going to donate anyway. So you may as well fucking tank it momentarily and get it back up again. Oh, that would be a fucking power
Another
move.
person who got fucked by crypto and also has crazy spending habits. Steve will do it.
He's got a lot of crypto?
Oh, he must have. Did you not see all the posts he was doing?
No.
The day it crashed, he was putting all these stories and shit saying like, fuck you, Elon. You know, I used to love you, all this kind of shit, right?
Yeah.
He was doing these giveaways where he was saying in all his videos, because I've actually been watching a few of them of late. It's like, I want to be the guy who gives the most amount of Teslas away of all time, right?
Jeez,
it was something like 40
thing?
or something. Yeah, he was like, fuck you, David Dobrik, I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
And literally in the last 3 weeks with his videos, I think he's given away maybe like 3 or 4 Teslas, 2 Mustangs he gave away. He gave, in just his latest one, he gave 2 Mustangs, this woman a Tesla, and $50,000 US.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Yo, so, and at first I was thinking, when I was watching a couple of weeks ago, I was like, yo, he must be making, like, how much money is he making from this fucking, from these merch deals? Because he makes like $100 a year on his...
I don't think it's from sponsors. I think he's taken an equity deal. He's told some rich investor, like, hey, I need $10 million to grow this brand to a point where I will be like Mr. Beast. But I need to do dumb shit with this $10 million to get it there. I'll sell you my brand for like 10% of that.
The reason why I don't think that is because the revenue side is not that high.
That's
he
what
doesn't
I'm
make
thinking.
any money from videos.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So
No,
money
but like,
must be
what would
coming-
be the benefit of them?
So it can't be just merch. Like, how many fucking t-shirts
No,
are
well,
they selling?
that's what I'm thinking. I
Like
think it's
100,000
crypto.
fucking crypto. You reckon?
I think he's invested, like, because he looks like the kind of guy who could be convinced to put in like a small amount of money, or even like 100K. You know, at the start of the year, people are like, "Oh, Steve, you should do this," and he's like, "Yeah, fuck it, 100K." You know, he's always doing the gambling shit.
Yeah.
So I bet you he put in like some ridiculous amount into like Dogecoin or fucking crypto, like some alt or even just Bitcoin. Was making fuckloads of money. Realized if I keep doing this, I'm gonna keep banging like 5 mil a year or something like that, or 5 mil a vid or something, like in the first week. But it's just bro. It's hilarious because there's no benefit. I guess aside from the more views,
there's no benefit about what?
like he doesn't get any
Giving
money
away
from
the
it.
Teslas?
No. I mean that's great and shit, but
I was
like
about to say growth, bro.
no, but he
Huge
doesn't
benefits.
get
What do you
any
mean?
money from his videos. So
Yeah,
him
sponsors.
getting 10 mil doesn't
Sponsors,
do anything.
bro. Fucking Red Rock Casino, bro. They are probably paying up the ass to him. They give him like
Yeah.
100K to fucking lose in the casino. You don't think he's losing his own money, bro?
No.
Yeah.
Like the Rubet thing is the exact same thing.
Yeah,
Like,
dude, no. He's getting so.
I bet you he's doing so much gambling though that like it's become part of his life and he does lose his own money now.
I do think that to segue this topic, I do think that getting sponsored by a fucking casino when you have young kids as your audience is mildly unethical because gambling addiction is a real thing and it sticks around like us as Aussies, we should know that. Australia's got like the highest amount of poker machines.
I know,
Per
but I would
capita.
actually say that we're both, relatively speaking, very on the low end
What do you mean?
of gambling. Like you've got the whole, you got like the Islamic side,
Yeah.
where it's like, and I don't know if we said this, Eid Mubarak to all the fucking brothers and sisters
Hey,
who finished
cheers.
Ramadan and stuff.
Cheers, guys.
But you've got that side where it's like it's haram and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
you're like you've got also another pressure too. But I remember that the first time I went to the pokies, I was 18. We all went to this
at Star
casino. Yeah.
Yeah.
One of our boys fucking put in money, hit the button, won $100 on the first thing.
Yeah.
So we're all on the
First hit.
You have to understand
$100
when
from
you all
from
have
20.
money. Yeah, exactly. We're 18. You know what I mean? We're working. Uni hasn't even started yet, so it's
Yep.
in this break between school starting and uni. So we're going out like fucking 4 times a week to the clubs. It's so much fun. We go there. First time, mate wins $100 on like a $2 fucking put.
So we all pull out $20.
Bruv, we're all like, oh my god, we're getting rich tonight, you know? I pull out $20 and I'd only seen it in like The Simpsons where Marge is like pulling a crank. I didn't realize you press a button, which makes a difference because the physical act of pulling a crank takes more energy than just going poop, tapping a button, right? I fucking put $20 in, tap, it's gone.
Yep.
In that exact amount of time.
Yeah.
And I was something like, what the fuck? And I'm like, no, I got unlucky. I go back, I get another $20 out. I put it in, tap, it's gone. And in the space of about 5 minutes, I lost $40.
Jeez.
And from that day, I was like, go fuck, suck your mum, you cunt.
So
I'm never doing this again.
Our mutual friend, I've told this story so many times because it hits me so fucking hard. Our mutual friend used to work at an RSL club. RSL clubs are very common in Australia. I think it's retired services
I'm trying to
league.
process who this fucking is right now.
Yeah, our Ukrainian friend. Yeah, he's got
right,
COVID, by the way, right now. Yeah, so this guy used to work at an RSL club, which are full of poker machines.
Yeah.
And he was there, and it was a 24/7 club, except for 1 hour. So between 3 a.m. and 4 a.m., they closed it for an hour just to do the cleaning and stuff like that.
I think they legally have to do that.
Yeah.
Like there's like some kind of regulation or something like that. They can't be owed. But there's,
So there's that 1 hour that they have to be closed. And there was a high roller there. So for them, they made an exception. They said, look, just 10 minutes. You just got to leave, have a smoke, come back, we'll let you in. So it was a high roller. And you have the balance of what you've had in the poker machine on, it says it over there, and he had $10,000 in there. And he was just hitting it. I think he was doing you can pick how much you want to do per slap, and he was doing $10 per slap.
Jesus Christ.
So my friend gives him a tap on the shoulder. He's like, hey man, do you need anything? Do you want any drinks? The guy says, no, I'm all good. And then he says, okay, look, I'm really sorry, but we just need you to leave. Like we've got an hour. Just please wait outside for 10 minutes. Come back in. It'll be by yourself. Like we'll have the whole casino just for you for the rest of the hour. And he's like, yeah, no worries. So he goes away, and my friend is just standing away from the sign. He's looking at it.
Yeah.
The guy changes it from $10 to $1,000 a hit. We then comes back 3 minutes later. The guy's off. All of the money is gone in 3 minutes.
Yeah.
3 minutes. He lost $10,000.
Yeah, and so
Just like that.
That's why I mean, shout out to all the fucking listeners. You know, be careful with your gambling. It can be fun. I don't really do casino shit anymore. I don't mind sports bet, like sports kind of gambling, which I didn't realize that's not a thing in the US. Like
Sports gambling?
Well, I'm pretty sure sports gambling can only be done in certain areas, like Vegas and Atlantic City and shit like that. And that's why where all the casinos are. And that's why you can't have sports teams. Or at least I think Vegas does have a football team now or something. Or maybe baseball. But like the longest time you couldn't have sports teams there.
Yep.
But yeah, just, fucking be careful because people can lose a lot of money.
It's a real
and if
fucking
you get
addiction.
Hooked, I'm lucky that I don't have like an addictive personality. So that kind of shit, like when I lost all that money, I didn't say to myself, yeah, but I could make it back. I was like, yo, you guys could all fucking die.
I think
I want you to go bankrupt.
I think how your first bet works, like how it turns out, determines very, very strongly about whether you get more into it or whether you
possibly.
just... Yeah. Because I'm very, very lucky in that I've always lost gambling. I've never... Actually, one time with my ex, I went to Brisbane Casino, which is a very beautiful casino, by the way.
Yeah.
Went in there. I think I pulled out $200 just because it was a fun night. We were like, whatever. We turned it from whatever we had. I think 3.5 times it.
Shit.
So, okay, maybe it was $50 I came in and it turned it to 200.
Yeah.
Because I don't think I would have had 500.
Sure.
And I was like, I'm just going to get to 500 and then we can have a really nice dinner at the casino and it'll be like amazing and it'll be like a free night.
Yeah.
And then we went from 250 and obviously, you're putting the bets up and up and up. So you start off with $5. At this stage, I was doing $50 bets, like with the $50 chips. And then within, I think 2 minutes, it's all gone.
Yeah.
And you see the look of the guy on the bloody you see the look of the dealer and he's not allowed to tell you to like stop betting, obviously. And you can tell the guy has seen this a million times, bro. He's seen people come in, turn 50 to 200 and then lose it all.
Yeah.
And he's just like, not a fucking game, bro. Just pull out.
He's probably not. He's probably like, yes, more money for the casino. I'll get it.
I wonder if they get commission.
No, they can't get commission, surely. I bet you they get, maybe, although if you make more money, you'll get a bigger tip or something like that. Although I don't know if tipping's a thing really here, like for gambling.
Oh, I feel like gambling is the exception. Because if you make money, I feel like whenever I see poker competitions where people have thousands of dollars and they just tip the dealer fucking $20 because it's the smallest chip. I think people don't realize how much you're fucking tipping this dealer.
Yeah.
Because the money sums are so fucking big. I feel like a dealer could easily make $1,000 in tips.
Oh, 100%. I think especially in the States, like in Vegas and stuff, where like tipping is the expectation.
Yep.
Because like there is a good chance I could make money and I wouldn't even like think to do that. It's not like I wouldn't do it, but like it just doesn't come into my brain. You know what I mean?
Bro, imagine if poker games, like actual poker games at casinos, got taxed at 0.1% per transaction. Like every single time you put $100, they took 10 cents.
Jesus
imagine
Christ.
how much money. Like you would not notice it as a player, but imagine how much the government would make from that. Or even if the casino said like it's a free game, players. Well, it's a free game anyway because you play against the other players, right? Not the casino. So how does a casino make money from poker?
No, you do make money from poker. What do you mean? They do make money from...
How?
You play against the blackjack, you play against the house.
No, poker.
Poker? I don't know.
I guess through drinks?
Yeah, potentially. Like
just
through hosting services and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Maybe there's transaction costs to like move money to chips. I don't know. I've never been to Vegas. I don't really know how it works.
Damn, yeah. Because they have it in the Star. I know that.
Yeah. I haven't... Because I feel like if you try to rock up with $10, you look like a wanker. You know what I mean?
Well,
like, even if you're on the low...
There's a buy-in.
No, I know, but even if you went into like the low roller table, where the buy-in's like 50 cents.
No, there's no... I don't think there's a... I think the lowest one, the lowest small blind is I think it's $5.
Maybe in Star. I don't know about... I was thinking Crown.
Which is fucked, considering you must come with like $500 to play with $5 small blind.
Yeah, I don't know.
Every single round is $5.
Certain gambling I actually don't mind. Like, going to the races sounds like a fun day. Like, in Melbourne, there's like massive... I don't know, there's a racing culture, essentially, because they've got the they've got the Melbourne Cup, they've got the Derby, they've got all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, fair
and
enough.
It's an excuse for all the blokes to dress up in nice suits. It's an excuse for the girls to wear goofy fucking hats and wear nice dresses and shit.
Yeah.
And it looks like a fun day out.
It does.
And you literally, I guess it's just one of those things where you just say to yourself, you get $200, put in cash or whatever so you don't like spend more. And you just say to yourself, I'm all right with losing this money. It is
We should do it. We should do it in Sydney. I'd be fucking keen, bro.
I'd totally do it.
I'd be super fucking keen.
I think I would get bored if I wasn't gambling.
And it's an excuse to wear a fucking goofy suit. Because, by the way, a lot of people go into they'll go to college or they'll go to uni or whatever thinking that people dress like Harvey Specter. They don't. If you wear a pinstripe suit or any sort of fancy suit and you're
like
at work,
dickhead.
You look like either a real estate agent or a dickhead, which, by the way, are not mutually exclusive.
Oh, no. Usually they're mutually
The Venn
inclusive.
diagram is very thin, very fat in the middle. But yeah. So it's an excuse to be able to wear like a pin tie suit or like a fucking pocket square or something like that no one actually wears.
Yeah, and it's like you're also getting drunk on champagne, which like
Oh, really?
Champagne drunk is some of the funnest drunks you get because it's like a giggly drunk.
Is it?
I don't know why.
Okay.
But I've noticed whenever I've been at weddings and I'm just like necking fucking flutes of champagne. That
like
shit
it?
is... Oh, bro, it's fantastic.
Maybe that's why girls like it so much.
Oh, of course.
Jeez, all right.
It's one of the fun ones, bro. It's
That'd
not
be
like a
fucking
whiskey and coke when you go home and punch your wife or something. You know what I mean? It's quite a good drink.
Go home and punch your wife.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's what Chris
man.
Brown did. What do you mean?
So what do you do after drinking Byron Bay?
I don't know. You get a fucking tattoo saying "Free Palestine" on your calf or something. Something like that. You know what I mean?
I
You go
wonder if
have your
anyone
first
has that.
bisexual experience. It is what it is.
I wonder how many ironic tattoos there are. Like tattoos about Islam, which is very against
which
tattoos.
is against Islam.
Yeah, or like a tattoo against, like a tattoo of your dad, or like something that your dad reminds you of when your dad's extremely against tattoos.
Oh, bro, I bet because it's the same in Christianity.
Is
You're
it?
not allowed to. Yeah, you're not allowed to mark your skin,
Yeah.
especially with
And people get like Bible
bro,
verses.
especially with Bible verses. It's like a
There
double
you go.
fucking sin.
What do you think about people putting quotes on their body? Like Harry Jowsey, he has like winning streak or something.
I don't like winning streak because I think fucking Charlie Rocket's a wanker.
Oh no, I love him.
No,
I love him, but
he sounds like the most drunk, retarded redneck I've ever heard
He's
in
just
my
too
life.
positive.
For all you guys don't, yeah, I hate him. He's so fucking HIV positive. No, for people who don't know, he's been on Joe Rogan not Joe Rogan. It's like Logan Paul's podcast, and he's just some redneck hick who's like, anyway, so I was walking down the street and I stepped in a pile of dog shit, and I thought to myself, well, when I walk on the grass, it's kind of like fertilizer, so I'm really helping the world. And it's just everything is positive. It's so cringe. It's like, it's literally like UK humor versus fucking American humor, where in American comedy shows, everyone's like a 10 out of 10. Even like the most geeky guy is like a 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
He's just less
This is
10 out of
Hollywood.
10 than the other ones, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And everything's perfect, and there's no such thing as like, you know, bad teeth or like unfucking make-up faces. And then UK is just way more gritty and real.
Yeah.
He's just the most cringe fucking person. But I gotta say, I like the idea of quotes, especially if they like mean some shit or they sound sick. But
And put them on your body.
I don't know. I had an idea, like, so I fucking love history, right? And one of the dudes I love the most is Julius Caesar, because like you hear about some of the shit he did, and it's like so badass. Like he got kidnapped by pirates, right?
Did he?
Yeah, he was being held for ransom, and so they hold him. They hold him in this thing. They're waiting for the money to get like brought over, and he's like winning them over because he's really like charismatic and shit like that. And so essentially, he goes through this process. He's winning them over. They're loving him, all that kind of stuff. He always tells them like, when I get out of here, I'm gonna hang you guys. You know what I mean? And they're like, good one, Caesar.
Yeah.
He gets out. They pay the money. They're like, it's like the scene of The Simpsons where they pay the ransom thing. They're like, Homer, have a good life. You know what I mean? Then he gets back to Rome and he's like, all right, get some ships. Goes, finds them, hangs them all. He's like, suck my dick, you cunt. You know, he had battles where it was like 50-1, like manpower.
What?
Do you know what I mean? He had 10 people, they had 500, and he wins them. You know what I mean? He's just so fucking good with it. But he had this quote, and like he wrote a biography of what he did. So of course he's going to sprinkle some good like fucking quotes in.
Sprinkle some good vibes.
Bro,
in there.
he had one which is like, and so the die is cast. Like, this dickhead. Imagine if you're walking down the street and so it's like, the die is cast. You know what I mean? Like,
I was deciding, do I go to this bar or do I go to
bro,
the other bar?
he had one where
And the die was cast. We went to the second bar.
he had Vini Vidi Vici, which was the one that at first I was like thinking like, that's so sick. I love
does that
Caesar.
mean?
It means I came, I saw, I conquered.
Hey,
So apparently
I
he's
did- I
just
did
walking
one of
down the
those.
street. He like just fucks his bitch. He like literally like conquers the land. And like, bruv, he's just standing there like, and this is how like history wants it to seem like. He's just standing there, literally saying like, stepping over the fucking foot of the enemy, saying, "I came, I saw, I conquered." When in actual fact, he's sitting in his little cabin, like writing in his diary, and be like, "Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah,
I came, I
yeah.
saw, I conquered." Anyway, so I'm thinking like, oh, that'd be sick tattoo. Especially because I actually
Vini Vidi Vici?
yeah, and I've like studied him and shit like that through like high school and stuff. So I actually like fuck with this guy. Then I look it up and I realized it is a kind of sick quote. And when I go into Google Images, so many people have done
Yeah.
it. And that's when I hated it. Like if you
And it's also Ziz's quote. And Ziz's brother overuses it way too much.
what do you mean? It's not
Firstly-
Caesar's quote, bruv. It's fucking Caesar stealing from Caesar. I don't know if Caesar was looking at the aesthetic movement back in fucking 440 AD. You know what I mean?
No, it's
BC,
about,
sorry.
but Ziz took it from Julius. Ziz made it big.
Did he?
Yeah.
Really? Wow. No, you're right. No, you're right. The guy buried in fucking Penrith, fucking
Was he Western Suburbs? I don't think. Oh man, he probably was.
I think he is.
I think from his accent, you can probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think about Ziz's brother?
Chess, bro.
He's a fucking dork. He has stolen the fucking legacy. It's like, and he's stolen it and done a shit version of it. It's like if Krispy Kreme's dies and his brother comes out with some shitty version of it and tries to market it as like, oh, if you have this donut, you're living the legacy of Krispy Kreme.
I don't think he did steal it, but because like the aesthetic, like let's be real, Ziz became a meme, right? And that's where most people know him from. Like we weren't even fucking gymming when
he
Ziz
was not
alive.
a meme, bro.
Yes, he was.
He was not a meme. Okay, now he is a meme, but at the time he was fucking like an inspiration.
He wasn't.
Okay, maybe not to you, but he was an inspiration.
No, he's an inspiration the same way Jeff Side is an inspiration. Yeah. Connor Murphy.
Yeah, well now they're memes,
he became like
at the time they were serious.
No, but he's not. No one ever took Connor Murphy as serious.
Or
aside from you, mate,
because Connor Murphy was a prankster. That's why it's fine. But Ziz wasn't a prankster.
No one took Jeff Side serious either. He's just a jack dude. Like there are people who like. Have you ever seen Aesthetics Meetup?
No.
They've got to be the most cringe fucking thing I've ever seen in my life. Because it's like... Because you can want to look good, you can do all that kind of stuff. That's fucking completely fine. But when you see a bunch of dudes like getting together being like, yo, how did you get your V so tight? It's like, bruv, if this isn't the most sus thing I've seen in my fucking life, bro. Like, what is this goofy shit? And you just see like a bunch of people standing there trying to do like lat spreads. Be like, bro, move over, you're cutting off my light. Like,
bro, I saw a fucking video actually about comparing different sports and the physiques you get from different sports. Yeah. And it just was a bunch of pictures of shirtless guys. Like, I was like, bro, this is sus as fuck. Yeah. Like, why is this so gay? It is showing entire teams.
Why am I turned on right now?
It's like entire teams and they're just going through it and like being like, oh, so this team has more leg focused muscles than this one. I'm like, bro, why have you done this much fucking research?
Imagine if you had a gay guy doing it and it was like, and this team, because they're, playing football, they need to use their legs a lot more and their glutes. And it just cuts to a picture of their arse and it's like, anyways. It's like, oh, yikes, mate.
Oh, man.
Bro, it's so funny how you see like, girls and their gay mates, like they'll have like not gay mates meaning like fucking a derogatory term, just like homosexual friends.
Yeah, they're homosexual friends. Gay best friends.
It's so funny how affectionate they are, and like you would think like, yo, is she cheating? I was watching this Instagram chick, and she like went up to fucking Sydney or something like that, and she was with this guy. And they were just like, she was like lying on his chest or something like that. I'm like, yo, I swear she has a boyfriend. What the fuck's happening right here?
Yeah.
And I look at his page and the first thing I see is him lying on another guy's chest. I'm like, that makes sense. You know what I mean? That's just how it goes.
Yep, that makes sense.
I swear they're more affectionate with their gay mates than they are with their girlfriends.
It's because it's like Halloween. It's a reason to be really affectionate with a guy.
That's okay, that makes sense.
You know? Maybe their boyfriend is unaffectionate. And
it's only way they when they have a threesome with their friend in Europe. It's like, no, we're just doing what you do in Europe. You know what I mean? We're not actually lesbians.
It's not like that at all.
No, it is, right? It's like, this is what happens here.
Bro, I actually had a friend or Belgian chick tell me that in France, they've got a saying, which is, sucking is not cheating.
See a pussy, eat the pussy.
Yeah, sucking is not cheating.
I agree with that statement. When it applies to me, not when it applies to a fucking girl I'm dating.
Bro, what? It's strange like that. Imagine if you had to have like an alignment conversation. So before you get into a relationship,
they'd be cheating in France.
Yeah, but you know how you always got to have that alignment conversation. It's always a little bit awkward, but you got to be like, okay, so what do you classify as cheating? What do I classify as cheating? What's the boundary? Yeah, because
that conversation.
Yeah, because some people are okay with your girlfriend dancing with other guys. Some people aren't. So there's a line in the middle. It's
what
the
does
gray
dancing
area.
Mean?
There you go. That's where we found the gray area.
Nah, because if they're dancing up on a guy, if there's physical touch, then obviously that's fucking like...
Well, then what other definition is there? There must be some physical touch.
What do you mean? No, it doesn't.
Otherwise, you're not dancing with him.
You could just be dancing in near proximity, and some guys are like so fucking insecure that they have to go with that.
Okay, I don't think many people... Okay, I think...
No, Baz. Yes, they do.
Okay, but firstly, I think it's different for white people because Latino people will like to dance with others. So for them, it might be normal for you to dance, but also it could be like, there's like, where does it become seductive dancing, which I think most people are not okay with.
Do you know what's funny though? Like, I'm pretty sure if like stereotypes and TV are anything to be true, Latino women are meant to be like the most insecure about that shit.
Yeah, they are.
But
say that.
But
with
there
one
is this
example.
sexy dance. No, but like I'm talking about like hundreds of hours of TV insinuating that.
Yeah.
It could imagine if they're just the most. I mean, obviously, like we're basically off stereotypes. But imagine if you meet a girl and she's just the most even-tempered, like doesn't try to look at your phone at all that kind of shit.
It's kind of a turn off, isn't it? Because it's like you expect all of this stuff to come there.
Nah, but I'm not gonna lie. I don't play with that shit. Like if a girl's like going crazy on me, it's like nah, I'm cool. We don't have to be this. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to deal with that shit. It's fucking annoying.
I mean, look,
because I'm not like that. I don't give a fuck. If you want to go out, like my whole perspective is if you cheat on me, sick, we're not together. You know what I mean? But like I'm not going to be trying to go through a girl's phone and stuff like that because if you do that, it's not that you're making it happen or whatever, but like, what do you get if I'm so scared you're cheating on me? Then why am I with you?
True.
If I can't trust you to go out by yourself,
I
why
get
the
what
fuck
you're
am I with
saying,
you?
but it sounds like it's something that you wouldn't want, which is the chicks not being crazy. But my favorite quote in history is that what's worse than a man not getting what he wants?
Is this a hypothetical question?
Actually, I'll tell you the way the quote is supposed to be because I don't want you to have to guess. So the quote is the worst two things to happen to a man is one, not getting what he wants,
and getting what he wants,
or two, getting what he wants.
So corny, bro.
Because when you know you want something so badly, as soon as you have it, you suddenly realize all the downfalls that come with it. It's like you might be like, oh, I want to have a really, really hot girlfriend. That'll be fucking amazing. Then if you find a really hot girlfriend, you'll suddenly realize all the downfalls that comes with having a hot girlfriend.
Like what?
Dude, I feel like a lot of guys, like I haven't experienced this personally because I don't want to say why I haven't experienced it, but a lot of guys have told me like their self-worth has decreased when they had a hotter girlfriend than they like if they say like, okay, objectively I think she's hotter. Their self-worth has decreased because they feel like they don't deserve it. And when they see
simps.
Yeah, exactly. But guys that weren't simps before have this self-worth decrease.
But they're still simps.
But anyway, there's a whole bunch of this. I mean, every good thing comes with a million bad things. And it could just be because the girl's so good looking, she expects everything to be done for her. So obviously not every girl is like this, but there's always going to be downsides with every upside.
Right.
So, and it's the other way around. For everything that you think is a bad thing, there's going to be a lot of good things associated with it.
Yeah, I don't know. I hate general quotes like that. They're just fucking corny to me.
It's crazy true.
Because, it's not though.
Well, I think it is.
You lose your arm. Someone might say like, "Oh yeah, but now you don't have to shave that arm or wash it." It's like, yeah, that's still far worse than losing your arm.
Bro, have you seen the story that Dan Bilzerian said on Larry King about the guy that had his arm shot off?
No.
So Dan Bilzerian was in the military at one point, I think, and one of his ex-military friends came back to America, and because he was like medically kicked out of out of the military, so he was on a pension and life was good. They caught up again, and then he told them his story about how his arm got shot off and everything got fucked. And then Dan Bilzerian ended up becoming best mates with him, and he was like hanging out in parties and stuff. And Dan was like, oh, and the guy wrote a book and made a killing from the book. And then Dan was like, life must be fucked. Like, I can't believe I just take it for granted having two arms. Like, it's such a simple thing, but I take it so for granted, and all the things you can't do with just one arm. And the guy's like, no, man. Losing my arm was the best thing that ever happened to me.
Stupid shit.
I was out there in the field, fucking working 12 hours a day for $70K a year or whatever I was making. Now I'm here. Girls are on my right. I've got a joint in my hand. I'm out here partying. I've got a book that's killed it.
If it's the best thing of all time, then pass it to your other hand.
Okay,
go ahead.
Relax.
Stupid.
I'm just saying.
These people. Look,
you can turn a bad situation into a good situation.
I commend people to do that. I just don't believe that that's how they actually feel.
As in you think he would trade everything to get that arm back?
100%. There's a reason why that quote saying billionaires wish they could trade a fucking $1 billion for one hard cock. It's because like people always want that they don't have, and when you have a sheer like limitation, you can learn to try and love yourself and all that. And I 100% commend him. That's fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
I don't think it's real. I don't think like the whole good things and bad things. Like there's always gonna be negatives with positives. That's sure.
Yeah.
General, but like. I don't know, it's just, when you have a general quote and you just try and say like, oh, I live by this, it's just fucking corny, bro, because you're trying to pretend like this one specific thing applies to everything else.
No, because I'll tell you the reason why I like it so much is because I've got so many times.
You like simple, repeatable quotes.
Firstly, I do, but secondly, it's happened to me a lot.
Pussy.
Right. It's happened to me a lot where I've really wanted something and then I buy it and then I suddenly realize all the downfalls. Or I really wanted to do something without looking at what I expect the downfalls to be. do it, and then fucking realize that, oh, okay, maybe I should have considered this a bit longer.
What do you mean?
A lot of things. So the first, I'll give you a couple of examples.
I get like consumable things like you saying I really want a Rolly, and then you spend $20,000 and realize it tells the time. That makes sense to me. But like, what do you mean? Like experience wise?
Here's an example, a hypothetical example.
Sure.
So say you wanted to buy a Rolex. So you buy a Rolex, and Rolexes, what are they known for? They're known for prestige, but they're also known for extremely accuracy, right? They're known for extreme accuracy.
I don't think so. You got to twist them up.
Yeah.
So they're inaccurate after a day.
The issue is when they say extreme accuracy, they mean within 10 seconds per day. So after a week, you got to fucking wind it up. Every week, you got to realign the time back 5 minutes.
I don't think anyone thinks that it's known for accuracy. It's literally known as a flex.
Anyway, but still,
if they were worth $200 tomorrow, no one would buy them.
Anyway, you buy a Rolex knowing it's going to be a fucking looks good and stuff, but you don't realize you have to wind it back 5 fucking minutes every week. Like that's a pain in the ass. Like a battery watch will go, will stop working once after 5 years. Huh?
Are all of them you got to twist?
Only automatic watches.
No, meaning are all of the rollies like that, or are there rollies?
I think the vast majority are.
Right, that makes me not want to.
Well, the whole idea is that you never need a battery, so it'll last forever.
Who gives a fuck? Just go to a fucking local.
Because you have to remember, some of these watches are from the 1800s, so before batteries existed.
Yeah, but none of the ones you're buying are from the 1800s, Bas.
Yeah, but the whole idea is that the same models from the 1800s still exist today. So it's like they've still got only 5 or 6 models, and you just buy one of them.
I think I might be the rare like only person in the world who, if they have a watch, they will use the watch to tell the time. When most people just pull out their phone. I would, if I was ever to buy an expensive watch, I would want to be able to tell the time, and that inaccuracy would be enough for me to not want to buy it.
Dude, and with plus or minus 10 seconds per day that's an accurate watch. So you could have a watch that's plus minus 20 seconds a day. So every single week it goes back 7 times 20 seconds, 140 seconds, fucking 2.5 minutes every single week.
Yeah, that annoys me.
You're gonna become late. You're straight away. You cannot use your watch to tell the time because you have to always be like, oh, when was the last time I fucking fixed it?
Yeah, it would annoy me.
It
would annoy me, not even in application, just knowing that happens.
What?
You know what I mean?
It's almost like when you get one of these automatic watches, you have to now be aware that your watch isn't accurate.
Yeah.
And if you have a digital watch, or even better, a satellite watch, then you know it's 100% accurate every single second of the day.
Anyway, so you buy this Rolex. What's the negative thing?
That.
Yeah, but I wouldn't buy it because of that.
Yeah, but I think a lot of people don't know that going in.
Okay, but if there are negatives when you're a fucking idiot and spend $20,000 without researching the product.
No, I'm just saying that. Well, even if
don't
you research,
no,
whether you research or not, the problem is there.
Yeah, but
researching doesn't fix the problem, and it doesn't prepare you for having to do it every week. Because you might be like, I just roll it back every week. No big deal.
No, it'll stop you doing it.
Huh?
If that's going to be such a big issue, it's going to stop you from buying the watch.
Oh, I don't think that people realize how annoying it is to do one small task every week. Repeated tasks are a lot worse than a one-time thing.
See, the reason why I don't like it is because I know I would be doing it more than every week.
Yeah.
But once a week wouldn't be bad.
I think that a lot of people underestimate the annoyance of weekly short tasks. It's one thing to spend a whole day, 12 hours, smashing something that will last you for a year or two. I don't know what it is, but like you do something like, I don't know, renewing your rego for your car or getting a new passport, and that's going to last you 10 years. That's one thing. It's a whole other thing if every single fucking week you got to go to the post office, and even if it's just tap a button and then go, if you have to do that every fucking week, that is going to be an annoying task.
Going somewhere though. This is not going somewhere.
Or just doing something. Go on a website and then press, yep, I'm still alive. Yep, I'm still alive every week. Oh, fuck you. What do you mean?
Okay, this is a question. If you got $1 million,
yep,
but and like just tax free, you just got it. But for the rest of your life, every day you'd let's say week, you'd have to do that. You have to go to a website and click it.
Probably
but you get $1 million right now, and like you could essentially know that if you invest it now.
What if I have no option to click it? What if I'm in a stranded island?
Well, I guess that's just something you got to take into account. You're not going to go to.
And then what happens if I don't click it?
You just die.
Oh, then no, thank you.
You just top
obviously fucking not. Bro, do you know how bad my memory is?
Yeah, I do know.
I'm not fucking doing that shit, dude. No way.
Shit. Anyway, things have gone up.
Would you do it?
Nah, probably not.
Yeah.
Because I'm just like, money doesn't mean that I like what money buys. I like experiences.
Yeah.
The idea of having a $30,000 Rolex sitting in a vault is like, why? I don't care.
Sitting in what?
A vault. It's like, no. If I'm gonna have some expensive shit, I'd want to like show it off. Like if I ever bought a fucking, one of those gold pocket watches from like the 20s, I'd want to have that on display as like a flex.
Oh, yeah, like as a piece in your pocket and then just pull it out.
Nah, see, I'd never do that because I'm never gonna use it. But like, I wouldn't mind having it as like a piece of art. But the idea of people putting it in a vault, I think, is stupid. It's like
it's just too expensive to have on your front drawer, So I would definitely keep my watches in a vault for sure. Like, I would not buy it. I was thinking this before because I live in a share flat with random roommates, and we know each other for a year, but it's not like I would trust them with a $10,000 watch.
Yeah.
But the reason why I wouldn't have a watch there is because I wouldn't want, I would need to have a locked door for me to put it there.
Right.
Yeah.
No, but I'm saying if you have your own crib.
If you have your own crib, I mean, even still, because you can get broken into. And I pride myself in having a room where even if I got robbed, there's not much you could steal. Or there's not much you should steal.
To be fair, what you just said was you're in a share flat with a bunch of random people.
Yeah.
Which means you're not at the stage where there is anything for them
Exactly.
to steal.
Exactly. So that's the whole idea.
If you're successful at 40, there might be some things for you to steal.
Yeah, exactly. So as and then you start valuing security more and not living in dangerous suburbs.
Yeah, I think we've gone over it. The idea of having expensive things that you never use, I think is the dumbest thing in the world to me.
Yeah, fair
But
enough.
if you use your watch every day, then fucking power to you. Anyway, I asked the question on the Instagram this week.
Yep.
If you could start a business and money or connections weren't an issue, so you would have whatever you needed to start it.
Yep.
What would you do? And a fair few of you responded.
Good question. How many people responded?
Quite a lot, actually.
Jeez.
All right, let's go. Aiden Alto. There's quite a lot, so we might just beam through them. You know what I mean?
Sweet. Hey, Aiden.
Aiden Alto. My girl says women's clothing with pockets. That actually might be a smart idea. I've heard a lot of chicks saying this before.
Yeah, jeans have fake pockets, apparently.
Yeah. But like everything has fake pockets. They just never have pockets. That's why they're always giving you shit to hold.
Great really business idea, Aiden.
Yo, legit. Thick Thighs says selling weed. I think it might have been done before.
Oh, I don't know if anyone's done that before.
Maybe.
Do some market research. Never heard of it.
Go to a corner, ask a guy, hey, do you have some? If he says no, then you can assume the rest of the world doesn't have it either. iCalling said a restaurant which only uses indigenous ingredients in its food.
Oh, what's indigenous ingredients though?
I don't know if he's Australian, so maybe he means like Aboriginal food.
Oh, like only Australian food.
That would be interesting because I'm not going to lie. If someone said like, what's Aboriginal food? The only thing I can think of is bush tucker, which is like widgety grubs and shit. But I bet there's mad fucking food that they have.
I'm sure there is.
Because they hunted like kangaroo and shit, which means they'd have like proper meat dishes.
Or just like different ways of preparing it. Like they could smoke it or they could cook it directly on a fire. There's like a million different ways.
No, but meaning like, I don't think they had like chickens here. I'm pretty sure we brought chickens.
Oh, did we?
I could be lying.
Yeah.
But there's birds. Crocodile, there's like all that kind of shit.
Birds, fish.
Yeah, but my point is I'd be interested because at the moment, even if from a pure business perspective, right now, even if it was just like a gimmick where you're like, wow, I've never had that before. I wouldn't mind going there. I bet you'd be able to get like quite a lot of people going there.
Totally agree.
Yeah, fucking if you're an indigenous, I don't think he is.
With like indigenous paintings on the wall?
I think he's a white guy looking at his profile picture.
Yeah.
If you're an indigenous lad out there,
but just because they're white doesn't mean they're not indigenous. They could be like grandma's indigenous or... Anyway, moving on.
Yeah, but
that's a can of worms.
If you're a guy who's suffered or a girl who suffered subjugation based on your Aboriginal heritage, this might be a good idea to fucking make a lot of money, help your people.
Amazing idea.
You know what I mean? That'd be good. I'll fucking come. Let us know. 420 Tom 69 says a clothing brand or a scam. Maybe a clothing brand that is a scam.
Great idea.
Lockie Wainwright says socks market.
Oh, a black market for socks?
That'd be pretty sick.
That's crazy.
Not gonna lie. Puppy Tishan says a scented wax on condoms.
Why would you want scented wax?
Scented wax on condoms.
Oh, wax on condoms.
Wax on, wax off?
But how do you have a wax on? Like, as in, like, you just have wax and you just put it around your dick? And now it's a condom?
I don't think there's enough flexibility for when you nut, bro.
And I don't feel like it's airtight.
Yeah.
And
it smells nice, though. It smells better than latex, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, and then think about how annoying taking it off would be. Anyway.
Moving on. Too seriously, eh? No, what if it slid off and you could give it to them as a souvenir? Here's a mold of my cock.
Yeah. I'm just imagining like a little like a little bowl of warm melted wine, and you just put it around your dick. It just solidifies.
Anyway, Rosha Enzo B says, making rockets, bro. That's my dream. I just need money to buy some ICBMs. Well, bro, I hope you fucking get there.
Dude, you should check out the UTS. If you're in Australia, you should check out the UTS Rocketry Club.
Yeah.
I've seen them on LinkedIn. They do amazing things. So
Bro,
University
we
of
got to
Technology
hook
Sydney.
up. We got to hook up at the
Yeah.
top, though.
Check it out.
Don't worry, I'll get you.
The CEO.
Ralph says, make a system to help park a board. Make a system to help park a board. No more waiting on the jackass that pulls the evergreen in the marina.
Moving on.
Oh, board. Like boardwalk, I guess.
A boardwalk?
Oh, so he means like when you're like, so if you're trying to park your boat, there's going to be one guy who takes forever because he can't like put it in. So maybe it's a system that like just automates the parking of the boat so that you can like fit more people in and it's more efficient.
Great idea.
That actually makes sense because I've thought about this. If you're trying to go back, like, I don't know if you've ever been fishing, but a lot of times if you have these little dinghies, they have these things you attach to the back of your car, which the boat like sits on.
Yep.
And you need your car to be able to be there. So if you come back and there's like 5 boats waiting, you have to wait your turn until fucking your car can come down because only one can go at a time. And if you're sitting there smelling of fish, wanting to just go home, that's the most annoying fucking thing in the world.
Yeah.
So that's actually a good fucking idea.
Great idea. Great idea.
Tyler GH, fully
Tyler.
immersed VR. So you're,
Ooh.
so like you're in the game and shit, or dick pills, or dick pills that actually make your dick grow.
Hey.
Bro, both good ideas. I'm not gonna lie.
Great. Dude, the second one. If you could get the second one to work, you will be the first trillionaire on Earth. I promise you that.
That is like 100% true.
You could make infinite. I feel like
The only question, this is the one drawback.
Yeah.
There's so much bullshit products like that.
Yep.
That it might be hard to make people actually realize that yours works.
Oh, no,
Because we've
I
all
don't
seen-
think it would be hard.
I
I think
think it
as
is.
soon because there's someone who will try it.
Sorry, have you tried any of the fucking million ads you've seen when you go on a board?
No, but if you just gave free samples, and then as soon as bro, the way to make it work is you have temporary for the next month or for the next few weeks, and then suddenly it's a subscription payment.
Yeah, but what about all the loose skin that happens when it goes from fucking 5 to 10?
Well, that's just a consequence.
What do you mean? That's
like,
no one's
dude,
gonna
if
buy
someone-
it then.
If someone's got a 2-inch dick and it turns into 6 inches, he will do it.
Yeah, 2 inches is very different to the average fucking bloke, mate.
Yeah, but this is. I mean, even if you have, imagine
Imagine
you
if
have
you
6
took
inches and you get,
slightly too much and it was one of those dicks that girls talk about when they're just like, yeah, I just didn't like it. It just hurt too much.
Yep.
You know what I mean? You get like a fucking 15-incher and now no girl wants to sleep with you ever.
dude. And you can tell from the price of, if you look at the price of like braces or like Invisalign, shit's like $50,000-$60,000. So people are willing
Boob
to pay.
jobs.
Huh?
Braces is not $50,000. Are you
No,
retarded?
Invisalign.
I don't think Invisalign's $50,000.
How much is it? 15?
I think it's less. It's
I
like
don't know.
braces, bro. It's probably 10.
Okay, $10,000. We know from that people.
$50,000.
Anyway, $10,000.
Man lost touch with the common man, bro.
Anyway,
What could
know
it cost?
People-
$50,000?
people are willing to spend big money to fix, something they're not happy with, especially when it comes to their body.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's a great business.
Yeah, good on you. I actually like the fully immersive VR. I'm not gonna lie.
Me too.
Imagine if you could have the exact same experience of being in Cairo at the pyramids. Like you could feel touch
When
you
it
know
was
what I mean?
made.
Well, not even when it's made. Like right now, without the thousands of tourists and stuff like that from the comfort
Oh.
of your home. Do you know
I
what
would
I mean?
rather just go.
Yeah, I know, Baz, but guess what? That requires money and time off work and all this other shit.
Yeah.
You could have something which fast tracks like your reality, so you're in what feels like a day when it's actually not. You can go anywhere in the
Yeah.
world without the cost of traveling. If you could actually interact and touch, you
You're
could go. You go to the zoo with no kids there.
And you can talk to cunts.
Yeah, it'd be sick.
Yeah, I would also like to have the hypothetical worlds. Like you can go to Mars.
Yeah, that'd be
And
mad.
there's like aliens there.
You fucking alien. It'd be interesting.
Yeah, you could, yeah, literally, you could.
Okay, 3Rich7 says it doesn't require much money, but I'm going to start flipping phones. Easy money there.
Oh, I'm sure there is good money, man.
Is
Because
that joke?
especially if you buy the iPhone 11 just before the iPhone 12 comes out. Oh, I just realized there isn't an iPhone 12. So if you buy the iPhone 12 just after the iPhone 13 comes out, people are probably willing to sell it for like just regular people. Probably willing to, if you negotiate with price, you could probably buy it for $700 and then sell it to someone else for $1,100. If the RRP is $1,600.
I didn't know the markups are that big on phones. I'm not going to lie. But yeah,
Yeah.
good on you, mate. Do
Good
it.
stuff, bro. Do it.
Hamish Thompson, rideshare, but only driven by enhanced monkeys with fucking brain implants.
Oh,
You know the funny thing is? White girls would love that.
Yeah,
If they could pat a monkey while getting driven places, they'd pay $20.
bro.
You look at Uber dogs. Remember Uber puppies? Oh, you didn't know about this?
What's that?
Bruv, there was this Uber thing they had in Sydney where you could essentially pay and they would bring a puppy over to you for like 10 minutes and it cost like $50. And mad
Jeez.
people did it.
Really?
Yeah.
And it was through Uber.
Yeah. It's fucking hilarious, right?
What the hell?
Okay. Canela Insta, a dating app where there's no pic of anyone until you match. Swipe left or right on the jokes they make. It's probably better for society, but bruv, I kind of want to see who I'm fucking going on a date with.
Yeah, look, I think for you seem like a funny guy and a great guy. Don't just delete all the apps. Just go to a comedy club, go to a bar, talk to cunts.
Not gonna lie, if you can go, I think if you can be the guy, I've actually thought about this before. If you can be the guy, even at an open mic, killing at the open mic, where there's like some hot chick has just been dragged there and suddenly no attention's been placed on her because everyone's looking at you.
Yeah.
You will go up 3 points just immediately because they're like, and it's not even just about the jokes. It's also about, wait, how come he gets so much attention?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it builds like an interest. Okay, Zui says, you know the shoe company called Vans?
Yep.
Well, I would start a van company called Shoes.
Oi.
Fucking bang you there.
Jesus. Okay.
Ben Bryant says, sell children, don't steal this idea.
Oh, fuck. Bro, why'd you take my idea?
I think it might be copyrighted by Epstein, though. That's the thing.
Jeff Epstein did it.
Just
with
look
Bill
into
Gates.
it, Ben. You know what I mean? Good luck with it, though. Wes191 says a toilet TV. It's actually not a bad idea.
A toilet TV?
Like a TV in the toilet.
Ah.
Think about all the blokes who go in there on
iPad.
the phone. Imagine if you literally...
iPad is literally a toilet TV.
No, because you got to hold it. Imagine if you had it on the back of the door, so as you close it, you can just fucking watch TV, bro.
That's like the sports bed ads.
Chicks would hate that because guys will be on the toilet for even longer than they are right now.
Yeah.
KSV Mark just says kidnapping.
True.
Oh, flipping.
Yeah, there's a lot of countries where that still happens.
Cat in the Hat says asteroid mining. It's pretty sick, I'm not going to lie.
Asteroid mining?
Yeah, like mining the shit off
Incredibly
asteroids.
lucrative.
Well, not at the moment.
Not at the moment.
You need to be able to get that shit back. What if, in order to get like, get over the cost of carrying like weight in space, what if you just threw it back and just hope that the Earth's gravitational just pulled it in?
Yeah, it works.
Free, bro.
No, I run the numbers.
Des the super guy says a restaurant that has like 5 floors, but in each floor has a different country's food.
Oh,
it'd be kind of sick.
That'd be so good under non-sober circumstances.
Yeah. Wait, what? Oh, drunk. Yeah.
Yeah, drunk.
I think if you had a club like that, but like fully immersed, because you have your hip hop room and your techno room.
Yeah.
But like usually you get the same vibe each time.
I don't like those clubs.
No, but imagine if you had a club which actually did it right. So there was a fucking like, I don't know, there was a hip hop room, but it had a completely different vibe from the fucking techno
Ivy
room.
does that well.
No,
so they got downstairs, they've got the hip hop, they've got the EDM and like the pop. And
It's
upstairs
pop.
they got hip hop.
No, but it's not good.
And it's completely different vibes. So you enter the room, it's a completely different vibe. Different colors, different everything.
No. Yeah, different
Versus World Bar. Back when it was open, they had fucking 5 dance floors. They had like 90s, which was just like barely ever packed, but it was like 15 white girls in a room enough for 100 people. And then downstairs, you'd have, I think it was like 2000s. And it slowly went up. And then the bottom floor was like electro, which is what I think most people either came for the pop.
It was the back one. The back
Yeah,
one
the back
was
one,
electro.
yeah.
The front one was hip hop.
Exactly. So people either went there for the pop music or the hip hop music, which was in the front, or the back, which was the electro. So those are the only two that were packed.
Most of the time, the top ones weren't open. That's the thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
But no, I wouldn't even say Ivy did it well, to be honest with you, mate. It didn't give a completely different vibe. It was the same club, just with different music.
But I like the idea that your club is for drum and bass. Your club is for pop music. Your club is for hip hop.
Yeah, but
just have a
it gets
speciality.
too hard to get people in there.
Yeah, you're right.
Do you know what I mean?
You're
And like,
right.
and they just go for the safe options. They just play David Guetta on repeat.
Yep.
There's no like push. But if you had like
yeah.
a rave spot where you could like bring your friends who just want to listen to normal shit, you can go listen to some fucking like hardstyle and then go back. That'd be sick.
I'd be down.
Anyway, last one, Lathan said Tripper Snipper from Big Les. Not really sure what that is.
What's a tripper snipper?
I have no fucking idea. But yeah, fucking cheers for your ideas, boys. We won't steal all of them.
What was the first good one? There was one of them that we heard.
Stealing kids?
No, that is a great
It's not
idea.
bad. You know what I mean?
I think kidnapping is actually really fucking. You know what I think is
It's
really
proven to be lucrative because you look at all the fucking Russian oligarchs selling, 15-year-old Russian girls to Aussies brothels and shit, bro. Jesus.
Yeah, and I also kidnapping just in general. I think they still do that
like
in
children napping.
Huh?
Like children napping. Bro, talk about that. This guy messaged us, I think it was Ralph, I'm not sure, but shout out to Ralph if it is.
No,
shout out to
Thick
Ralph
Thighs?
if it wasn't. Huh?
Thick thighs?
No, it's different.
Oh, yeah?
This is someone else. It was, I actually want to know. I don't want to not shout at the person if you said this, but no, it was, we were talking about nude yoga last week. There's also body painting.
What?
Which is like, you just see a chick lying down there, tits out, and it's just literally someone just painting her nipples.
Do you think they get away with it because it's body art?
Yeah, no, they do.
And suddenly
but you know
it's
what's
not.
fucked? there are these kids channels, or
Yeah.
like family channels, and you'll literally just have the wife. I don't know. You'll have the wife bathing the kids with the comments off, and they're completely naked and shit, no blurring and stuff. So you
Wait, the
literally
wife is naked?
No, the kids. She's giving the kids baths.
Wait, so this is like a pedophile thing?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
And like and I guess like technically they're not.
And there's ads on these videos?
I don't know. I don't know. I haven't looked at it, but like I know they turn the comments off and shit. But it's like, look, I know that technically that she's not posting a fucking like sexual thing because it's children's stuff. But like, bro, why are you doing that?
Maybe
What
not
kind
for
of
you. For someone, it's sexual.
Exactly. What kind of bad mother puts their kids in that fucking in that shit? It's so stupid.
Yeah, that's like.
Oh yeah, it was Ralph. Yeah, shout out Ralph.
But
yeah,
some mums put photos of their kids naked on Facebook.
I hate that. Fucking weird cunt. What are you doing?
Oh, like there's got to be something wrong with you. I'm gonna tell you the root cause of this problem, which is girls thinking that things are just not sexual.
Oh yeah.
It's like, oh no, he was just a random guy
We're
buying
not
me a
meaning
drink.
this. Someone else might, but we're meaning like, you know, when a bitch is showing you like part of her labia, it's like, no, that's sexual. I'm sorry. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. Oh, it's like, oh no, he just bought me a drink. Oh no, he just bought me 2 rounds. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, I think he wanted something.
like this dumb idea where it's like, no, the female body isn't inherently sexual. It's art. I'm like, shut the fuck up.
It's
what
like,
are you talking about?
firstly, it's one. Okay, this is also another problem. It's one thing to lie to others. It's a whole other. It's
lie
a
to
whole other thing to lie to yourself. If you, bro, Ice Cube said, not Ice Cube. Sorry, 50 Cent said this, bro. You gotta be real with yourself.
Did he?
He actually did in his book, which I've got.
His book.
Yeah.
You mean the one where they said, hey, 50, do you want to add 2 more to make it 50? Like, yeah, sure.
Bro, you gotta be real with yourself. Even if you know what you're saying is fucking complete bullshit, you can't believe the lie.
Yeah.
You gotta know that this is not fucking true. And then you can tell other people that fucking whatever, it wasn't sexual.
Yeah, it's a finesse.
Yeah.
Bro, okay, I got a little game for us to play. All right?
Oh yeah.
So this is a game for you.
Yep.
But what we're gonna do here, I've got 5 types of people, and I want you to rank them based on their annoyingness.
Yep.
So annoyingness, not bad. You know,
1 to 10.
these people might be. No. We're gonna rank them like in order. You know
Oh
what I mean?
yeah. Sweet.
But so these people might not be. You know, they might not be bad people. Maybe they will be bad people, but that their shittiness to society isn't based on it. It's purely based on how fucking annoying they are, right?
Okay, cool.
Okay, so I've got them here.
Yep.
The first one on the list is people who walk slowly in front of you when you have somewhere to be.
Fuck. Okay. Yep.
You know, you've got to get somewhere. You got 5 minutes to get to the station.
I
This
walk
bitch-
very fast.
Yeah, exactly. And she's got her pram, and her mate has a pram as well.
Oh, and they're clogging up the whole road.
And there's fucking like busy
And they're
traffic, so
walking
you can't just
side
run.
by side and not one
Exactly.
in front of each other.
Exactly.
Oh.
You know what I mean? So that's number 1. Okay, so pretty fucking annoying
Yep.
so far. Yeah. The next one is those protesters who link arms and block off streets or roads.
Okay, very fucking
You know,
annoying. It
you
happened
see-
a lot at uni.
Bruv, you
Very
see those
annoying.
you see those videos of like just rednecks driving over people.
Yep.
It's crazy. Anyway, this one it kind of pertains to us a bit more, and maybe some of the gym rats listening. Powerlifters who are doing 10 sets of 1 with 5-minute breaks on like the only power rack available
Oh,
at
so
the
they're there
gym.
for an hour.
Yeah,
Doing one fucking exercise.
and
Yeah.
and the worst thing is
In a high demanded fucking exercise
exactly
place. Yeah,
something
okay,
that's
yep.
mad. You can be utilized for so many different things, and because they're taking 5 minutes, they're just chilling on Instagram, laughing on their phone. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah.
Right. Okay. The second last one is
Fourth one.
fourth one. Anyone who puts the word entrepreneur in their fucking Instagram
Yep.
bio for the 3 months after.
Yep.
You know what I mean? They're talking about like last week I had 30 followers and like $2 to my name. And like this week I've just like put my head down. I've got 3 mentors. And guess what? Now I have 32 followers. And look, I did lose some money because I had to pay to talk to Ty Lopez. But still, like, I just want you to know you can achieve your dreams.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, okay.
And the last one is closeted racists. Now let's rank them based on
what's a closeted
annoyingness.
racist?
Someone who's racist but not public with it. So you would never know how racist
So I think
they
there's a
are.
lot more than people would think.
Oh
But, okay. So I'm going to put the most annoying as people that walk slow. Because I'm a fast walker and I walk everywhere like I need to get somewhere. Even if it's a Sunday fucking morning and I'm just having a stroll. I'm walking there like I've got somewhere to go to because I like walking fast.
Yes.
Most annoying. Second most annoying is the fucking... What was the second one?
The protesters.
Yeah, the
Locking
protesters.
arms.
Because like it's one thing to be in a protest, it's another thing to fucking ruin other people's day who don't. Because you have to understand whatever cause you're passionate about, you have to understand that most people don't give a shit. Like
Yeah.
even if it's like kidnapping children. So you genuinely don't like it, but you've got your own problems. What if you got a mortgage payment you can't fucking pay? You don't, like, at the end of the day, you've got your own problems.
The roads is a special thing as well, because like if I have someone to be and I'm trapped in behind other people as well, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm quite pro-Palestine. If it's a bunch of Palestinian people blocking the road, bruv, I'll swip.
Yeah. No, I get what you're saying. So, and you're just removing people from your cause. You're making people dislike you.
Yeah.
So you're not only not helping your cause, you're also annoying people's day.
Yeah, exactly.
Second most annoying. Third, I'm going to say the least annoying is the powerlifters, because usually they're great people and they're more than happy to let you fucking work in. Second, I've already forgotten.
Third last. So the two is the entrepreneur and the closeted racist.
Okay, closeted racist, more annoying than the entrepreneur.
I don't know. I know they're worse. They're far worse. You know what I mean? They put on bad annoyingness. This is based on, you never hear about it.
Yeah,
You know
okay.
what I
If
mean?
it's but if you but you hear like what if they're racist to their close friends? Like they turns out they hate Arabs.
No, you would never find out about it. As you walk out the room, they're gonna be like, "Fucking Arab."
Yeah, they're still more annoying.
But you don't know about it.
I also don't like just like the complete honesty. I feel like you should be yourself in front of your friends.
I'm not gonna lie. Look, closeted racists are the worst of them. But people who call themselves entrepreneurs, I think should be wiped out of existence.
What if you actually aren't? I feel like that sucks for people that just own their own business.
Yeah, sorry, don't call yourself an entrepreneur.
Yeah, you're CEO.
Entrepreneur used to mean like innovation.
Yeah.
And now it just means I've got a 10% off gift code
It
to
means
fucking
I don't like.
Gymshark.
It means I don't like my boss. So I'm my own guy. I don't need a boss. I drive Uber.
Yo, legit, they probably call themselves fucking entrepreneurs.
Yeah, because they don't have a boss.
It's the stupidest thing, bro. They do have a boss. They get fired, can't they? Yeah.
Oh, they can. Well, they're
course
right.
they can.
Their client is their boss. If you own your
Yeah,
business.
they're independent contractors. You can still get fired. You know?
Yeah. I
Silly.
guess it shows that you always have a boss.
Yeah, there's always a boss.
And if
bro.
you don't, then your client's your boss.
Anyway, because I'm a good person, I've ranked racist as the worst. Anyway, so
yeah.
nah, you've had your piece, Baz.
To be fair, bro, if I'm standing behind someone and they're walking slow, and I'm like, I could either choose to make them not racist or
like
walk
imagine
fast.
if you could choose between like you've got to get to the station in like 2 minutes, otherwise you miss your train and you're gonna have to wait 40 minutes, and there's some slow people in front of you, versus like you catch the tail end of fucking Arab as you walk out of the car. You're probably gonna be like, no, look, I'll take it. It is what it is.
Oh man, fucking Arabs, always walking fast. Oh man,
It's so stupid. Bro, how annoying is it when this is so different, bro? I had this experience, right? There's this I work at a place, there's a coffee place I go to usually, right?
Yep.
And there's one guy who whenever I see he's making coffee, I'm like, oh fuck off. Because I've kind of made like friends with him.
He burns the coffee?
Yeah, it's not that he burns the coffee, but he serves it too hot to the point where you kind of have to wait like 15 minutes. It might be fine for you because you like burning your mouth. I like being able to drink it straight from...
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
I like it 80 degrees.
Bruv, you've literally set 80 degrees is way hot. What are you talking about?
It should be hot, but it shouldn't be boiling. It shouldn't be 100 degrees.
Oh, actually, 93 degrees is what... anyway, yeah. I use
is 93 what water boils at?
No, 93 is what the standard shot was like taken out. But I was thinking 60 degrees was for the milk. Anyway, is what it is. No, he gives it to you and you can't just drink it when you first get it. Which is so annoying to me. And I don't know why.
Do you drink black?
No, of course not.
I think milk coffee shouldn't be even close to boiling. Because milk burns like far below
you
it
do
boils.
60.
Yeah, 60, I think.
No, but my point is, if you do it at 65, 70, when you can't like just drink it
so
and
you
enjoy
want it
it,
at like
you have
40.
to sip it.
You want it
No, I want 60, which is drinkable straight away.
Ah, so lukewarm.
No, not lukewarm.
So milk that's been sitting there
Not
for how
burning
long?
your mouth.
So say, okay, you get a normal coffee, normal temperature, which is pretty hot. How long does it have to sit on the table before it's your
It doesn't, bro.
temperature?
It's you froth the milk. It's how you froth it. If you froth it too long, it goes and gets hotter. Because you're putting hot steam through it.
Ah.
But anyway,
Okay, yeah,
he just does it like bad.
Yep.
And whenever I see him, I'm like, fuck, I've been like too polite to him for too long. And so as a result,
Oh, why don't
I
you,
can't
you can
correct
ask
it.
him. You can ask
Nah.
him, oh, hey, can you make it a bit colder? I need to drink it now.
No.
Are you actually too...
No, I know this guy now.
Yeah.
He's like a friend kind of guy.
But you can tell him, oh, hey, look, I'm in a rush. I need to have the coffee now.
It's not a rush.
Huh?
It's never a rush.
No, you can just tell him that.
I don't walk past this place. I work in this shopping center. You can't just tell him that, bro.
Oh,
because I'm going to come back in 5 minutes.
No, can you make it a bit cooler? Just say that.
Nah, B, I've had like 100 coffees off him. It's like, imagine if you go to a place.
That's totally fine for you to say make it a bit cooler.
That's just you're a rude person.
What?
I've worked in the service sector. When people ask you to do shit and it's not the first time, it's fucking annoying. If I've gone to imagine if you're making like a soup or something like that and you make it exact same way, you think this guy loves it. Do you know what I mean? And then later on you find out this guy's like, hey, can you not put any salt in it this time? Do you know what the perfect?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Do you know what the perfect
yeah,
example is?
yeah.
Imagine if you've been with a chick for like 6 months and
Yeah.
she's giving head. She thinks she's giving the greatest head possible.
Oh my
right?
god!
She's like, yo, this is amazing. And then after fucking 6 months, you're like, hey, if you don't mind just using less teeth, because my cock feels like a fucking.
I think the
block of
other way
grated
around.
cheese.
I reckon the other way around is more impactful. Like if you've been having sex with a girl for a while and she like fucking she's acting like she loves it, and then at the end she's actually just like, oh yeah, I would actually prefer if we had sex less often.
I'm gonna kill myself.
Oh, what?
But you know what I mean? You think you're fucking laying it down, or this guy, and you're fucking too polite. You're like, fuck, I guess this is my life now.
Yeah, yeah.
And now whenever I go to this place, if I see someone else making a coffee, shout out to this one Asian chick who makes a fucking amazing coffee. I'm always like, yes, fucking
No
got
offense, I'm never gonna go to that Asian chick. She doesn't do it hot enough.
No,
Coffee should not be drinking as soon as you got it.
that's not true. It's fucking phenomenal.
Okay, well let me tell
You
you
drink
why.
bad coffee.
Let
bruv.
me tell you why. I do, but let me tell you why. Because you're not encompassing everyone. So some people like really hot coffee, some people don't. You can always let coffee sit longer and make it get cooler to your perfect temperature. You can't make it go hotter. So it should be the hotter edge of the spectrum without
This is
burning
why
it.
you're wrong.
Without burning it.
This is why you're wrong.
As hot as you can make it well.
No, this is why you're wrong.
Why?
Because you know how you can say, oh, can I have skim milk?
Yeah.
You don't say, can I have normal milk?
Yeah.
Right? The normal thing that they say is, I want a hot one. You don't say, I want a cold one. It's easier to make something hot than cold. If you say cold, they're going to be like, all right, well, I just won't froth the milk at all. Whereas if you say I want hot.
Oh, yeah, maybe the milk's already frothed. Because they're not going to froth one coffee's worth of milk. They'll froth like 10.
No, they do.
Surely they fill it up all the way,
It
right?
depends. Depends how many. They don't
Yeah,
leave milk
exactly.
sitting there, bro. They froth it fresh. I wouldn't go back to there if they did.
I think they need to do it within like 2 minutes, right? Or 3 minutes.
No, like straight away.
Yeah.
But milk frothing is one of those weird things where if you leave it, it gets fucking gross.
And you got to wipe it like every single time you use it, don't
Yeah.
you? Yeah.
Anyway.
See, this is how you know we're Aussie. We know neither of us have worked as baristas, yet we know all of these actions that baristas do because Australia's got such a strong coffee culture.
No, but to be fair, the reason why I know is because I worked at a place which had a $30,000 coffee machine, and I also used to sell coffee machines as well.
Hey, but
It
you
is
used
a
to sell
different-
coffee?
Sell coffee machines.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
yeah,
You did.
yeah, yeah.
Fair enough.
Bro, what? Okay, this is one which I was thinking about. So you know, like, when you say you remind me of X,
Yep.
it's a dangerous game because if you said it to like an Asian person or a black person, it's immediately racist. Even if someone looked exactly like Bruce Lee, you would never say to an Asian guy, "You look like Bruce Lee."
I do that a lot.
Okay, so you're a racist. Gotcha.
No, I tell them this is going to sound racist, but you look at this guy.
Okay, so we've established Basil's an ignorant person.
No, it sounds racist, but it isn't racist.
No, but it is because if they don't look like it, then you're literally just
No,
implying.
then you're wrong.
No, it's racist. I was just thinking, like, what's the rules with disabilities or like, you know, overweight people? Like, is it rude if you walk up to like some person and be like, "Oh, you remind me of Rebel Wilson. You look like Jenny McCartney." Like, okay,
Remind me of Rebel Wilson,
bruv, is it mean? Is it mean to walk up to someone and say, "You look like Khloe Kardashian before the surgery"? That's what I want to know. You know what I mean? Like, is that an offensive thing to say? Like, if they look like it, you know what I mean?
What if you told someone who's just short? You're like, "Oh, you look like the dwarf from Impulsive."
No, come on, man.
He's
Evan's
such a cool
good
guy. Yeah, Evan. Yeah, he's such a cool guy. But imagine,
Bro, that dude
you just said
is
that.
So athletic.
Yeah, is he?
He's jacked.
shredded.
It's crazy.
Shredded.
I'm so
Bro.
jealous of his fucking biceps. It's
I don't know how
retarded.
he does it, bro. He's fucking like he must not eat very much.
No,
Surely
but
his
he
intake
looks like
is-
athletic as fuck.
Yeah, he's very athletic.
Can you imagine? They had a story once on Impulsive. Like, they were at some party or some shit like that, and some dude was like fucking with him or something like that. Maybe like making jokes about Evan, and they just like fucking like was like, "We're gonna go." And I was thinking like,
Evan
yo,
and the other guy.
no. Like Logan was like, yo,
Jeez.
and I was just thinking like, yeah, imagine how protective you'd be. It's like, bro, don't
Well,
talk to my man
Firstly,
like that. You know what I
why
mean?
is anyone talking shit about something you can't control?
You just get bullies, bro. You know what I mean? They're just like
Yeah.
cunty. Like, shout out to all the buckets. Don't
Firstly,
be bullies. You know what I mean?
Well,
Don't be a wanker.
if you are, make it about something that he can control. Don't make fun of the fact that he's fucking white or Arab or whatever. Make fun of the fact that he wears goofy clothes. That's a little bit more acceptable. But the last thing you should ever do is something that someone cannot control.
No, but that's what most of it is.
Yeah. So that's
You know
just
what I mean?
like, if someone makes fun of something you can't control, then you know that it's just fucking scraping the bottom of the barrel.
I think jokes need to be funny. And not even on some cancel shit. I just think like,
Okay, what
you
if
just
it's
sound like
funny,
a cunt.
but yeah, what if it's funny, but on behalf of someone? It's funny. What's the word?
What?
Like you're taking the piss out of someone, but it's funny.
No, so like I would say, not that I have a high standard of comedy. Like, you know, people judge their own standards or whatever, but like, I won't laugh at a fucking Adam Sandler movie because I just think it's stupid.
Yeah.
So if I personally find it funny, then I might be like, that's all right.
Oh, everyone. So the new every
No, but
time,
that's my
every
point.
time before you laugh at something, you have to fly by James
No,
first,
but
and
you
then
gotta
he will
understand.
personally
You gotta
judge
understand.
it about whether it's funny worthy.
Sick.
And then now you'll be allowed to laugh at a joke, and it's not mean because James has found it funny.
Shut the fuck up, cunt. That's not what I'm saying, you wanker. What I'm saying is, because I actually watch comedy and shit like that,
Yeah.
I'm not laughing at fucking a person saying, what's the difference between a black person and a bag of shit? And some just dumb joke, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think that's funny. You
Yeah,
might think
okay,
that's funny.
fair
I
enough.
think I saw a poster of that on your wall or something. Anyway, we all have our different senses of comedy, but my point is that, like, I don't know. I'm not going to find just some silly fucking off the cuff joke funny because it's just, it's uncreative, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But to say there's no racist jokes that are fucking hilarious is silly because there are albums of this shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. I
don't know.
think it's all contextual in the moment. You know, a lot of the times jokes are funny in the moment.
I think if it's clever.
Yeah. And I think also sometimes you can make a joke that wasn't intended to be offensive by calling it out. Like if someone says something that's very, very just mildly offensive.
Right.
And then if you point it out and be like, oh no, you probably shouldn't make fun of Arabs like that. It's like, oh, now you've made it a thing. Now we got to discuss it. And then
do you think that's what happened with the with the Palestinian-Israeli conflict? Like
No.
they were just bullying them, and someone's like, "Hey, that's not good." And you're like, "Why'd you make it weird, man?
Yeah.
We've been doing this for 200 years."
Sometimes people just make it weird, and it's like it wasn't actually that bad. Like it wasn't offensive, and you've made it into a thing, and now everyone's like, "Oh fuck, you've ruined the vibe." So I think yeah, you know.
But yeah, I don't know. It's like you can't really say that, can you? Like
Can't
if
say
someone's morbidly obese and you weren't even saying it like
yeah.
a joke, you were literally just meaning, shit, she looks like Rebel Wilson. Saying that is confirming the fact that she looks like Rebel Wilson. You know what I mean? And it's just kind of cunty. I think the worst one would be someone who's not like crazy fat, because if you're saying like Jonah Hill back in the day when he was like a ball, like beach ball, obviously if you're saying you look like Jonah Hill to that person, they know they're fat because that's big. But imagine if you say to someone you look like someone who's just slightly chubby. And they're like, wait, what?
Imagine if someone told you they look like Jonah Hill. That's such a fucking...
Especially because the one I keep thinking of is him in War Dogs, where he was literally like crazy fat.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's grown up, bro. I mean, people say he looks weird, skinny and stuff, but he's lost fucking mad weight.
You know the guy from what's it called? From Iron Man? The security
Downey
guard?
Jr.?
No, the security guard.
No.
Happy.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah,
sure,
imagine someone said you look like Happy from fucking... from
Yeah.
Iron. Like, he's just such a... Oh, that's such a fucking
Jeez,
backhand.
I don't know.
That's a fucking savage. Just any sort of just like not good looking or fat actor.
Fucking hell. Anyway.
It's a really good way to... That's a power move almost.
It's just being mean. What do you mean?
You know how they got like we got the asshole and the hero power moves?
Yeah.
That's definitely an asshole power move.
I think you're just being a cunt. What
Yeah,
power
it's
do
like-
you get over it?
Oh, I don't know.
There's no power. You're just being a wanker.
Or the person has suddenly been lowered a lot. Especially if they do look a little bit like them, so you can't help but agree.
Wait, so do you think that what Israel has done is a power move on Palestine? Do you reckon it'll make it into the next power moves book?
Yeah, maybe.
Subjugated people for fucking 100 years with US-backed money?
Oh, dude. You know what's gotten better recently?
What's that?
Which is very, very annoying?
Yeah.
Fake Facebook accounts that add you. Before it used to be like, Katie Cox has added you. There's a picture of an Asian chick with huge tits. And you're like, obviously fake. Now it's like Jennifer Strained.
I got added by Melinda Gates and I thought I was going to make some money for a while. And then I realized it wasn't. I was a bit
fuck.
upset.
What if it was the real one?
Did you hear about that thing? Oh my God, this is so
What
funny.
happened?
Ben Affleck, he matched with a girl on Tinder, and she blocked him because she's like, oh, this is obviously fake.
Yeah.
And he found her Instagram because, like, you know, people link their Instagram on the Tinder, and sent her a message saying like, hey, why'd you block me? This is actually me.
Jeez,
she's like, what the fuck? It went viral on TikTok, right? How crazy is that
Ben
shit?
Affleck do stuff like that. I heard that he used to play StarCraft, and he would tell everyone that he's Ben Affleck. No one would believe him, and he would message him on Instagram.
Can you imagine how fun that would be, though?
Yeah.
Like being, you know what I mean? Like being, I guess being that level of famous, there are obviously some good things. Some of the bad things is like everyone knows who you are and you can't really go anywhere like privately.
Yep.
You know what I mean? There's always like paparazzi and shit. But that probably would be the funny thing. Like when you see those Jimmy Kimmel skits or Jimmy Fallon, I forget which one, where they go up and the elevator door opens and it's just like him and Ed Sheeran talking and there's all the people like, what the fuck is this in this elevator?
Yeah.
Like, that shit's so crazy.
Shit's crazy, bro.
Do you know what it is? It's like the Hamish and Andy peep show where Hamish was outside with a fucking fake beard on and he's like, oh yeah, $2 to get some Sheeran. Go in there.
Yeah.
People, like, he went for hours and no one did it. Because peep shows are usually like lewd sexual things or like a fucking girl with 3 pussies or something like that, right? And finally someone does it. They sit down. They said, Andy's on the microphone like, your minute will start now. The curtains open. It's just Ed Sheeran playing a guitar for a minute and then the curtains close. And they're like, what the fuck was that? The world's biggest like superstar of probably our generation.
Yeah.
He's just sitting there playing. Fuck? I paid $2 to see a 1 minute show.
Jeez.
It's crazy.
Imagine if just no one came for an hour and just Ed Sheeran was just sitting there.
Bro, that's what happened.
So what do they do? Just have Ed Sheeran sit there for an hour?
Yeah. They probably only have it like an afternoon with him. Do you reckon? I wonder how that works. Like,
bit of a waste of time.
Do they do it? How it's got to be some level of paying because I know that you don't get paid to go on Joe Rogan's podcast.
Oh, really?
I don't think so. I don't think most podcasts you get paid to. It's usually like exposure, and I think it is quite a unique experience. Like, do you know what I thought? I've thought a lot of late. There's these 2 boys on the Sidemen called Toby and Josh, and they're probably the 2 more quiet ones. Like Josh is like a bit older and he's like quite smart with the business, and Toby is like very religious and shit, whereas the other guys are like partying and stuff. So as a result, they can kind of been like not swept under the rug, but like you probably wouldn't put them as your favorite.
Okay. And
they've both gone on podcasts recently. And you realize, like, when you're sitting down with someone and listening to them for like an hour, you find a whole different like side of them you never would have thought you'd do. And I've liked
fucking
them.
What's her name? The pink hair.
Bella Delphine.
Bella Delphine.
Exactly. I had the same experience, but like I always kind of thought that she was smart. Yeah. Like I could tell like she's gaming the system. These fucking nerds don't know what's happening to them.
Yeah.
You know? But like with them, I'm just like, oh, they're actually really kind of cool people. And yeah, I think like so having that experience, being able to like show to a whole different people that you're a different type of person than what like they might see. You know what I mean? Like, hey, I'm Aaliyah. Fucking come on our pod, bro, and you can show that you're not just.
Should we reach out? Should we send a TikTok DM?
Yo, should we slide in with 129 followers? Right. Hey, yo, you want a pod X?
Yeah. Hey, what you doing?
You up?
Can you fill a pod? Oh, bro.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. But, dude, legit, Facebook fucking bot accounts are getting better and better.
Yeah.
And it's fucking scary because now you need to go to the profile, click on the profile picture, and then when you realize it says, message me, I'm 18 and alone. Just go on my website. Okay, now you know it's a fraud account.
Most of the time, I pretty much just because I don't use Facebook enough to care. So unless I've specifically asked to follow someone, if I get a Facebook request out of nowhere, I just usually cancel it.
No, but it looks like someone that you might know. It's like a reasonable name.
No, but like I if I don't know the name, I would never click because like I know I used to
it's like just a normal person. It's not a girl with huge tits.
It's
just
like
a normal. It's like a normal like one with a girl.
Okay, but if it's still a normal person and I don't know them. What's the point of adding them?
No, but you now need to investigate into the fact, like, do you have any mutual friends? How would I know them?
Do you know what I think it is? Like, I know back in the day, I would literally, like, I would see a hot chick that's friends with a lot of hot chicks from my school, so we'd have, like, mad mutuals, and I might just add them.
Yeah.
But I don't use Facebook like that anymore.
Yeah, neither.
So, like, if I see someone add them and I don't recognize the name, I'll just cancel it. I won't even look anymore. But yeah, you're right. No, I don't look. I don't give a fuck. Facebook's stupid, bro. Fucking add me on Instagram, dog.
Yeah.
Yo. Okay. So, I mean, we're almost getting there, but I'll say this last thing. So,
yeah.
For context, I have another, like, YouTube channel I've kind of fucked around with called Fact Generation.
Yep.
And I was making this video. I do, like, fucking lists, and I've done this, like, serial killer series. So, I was making this video on this guy.
Yeah.
And, yeah, essentially, it's so stupid. So, I was using this software called Sony Vegas. Now, I acquired it. Don't remember how, I was quite drunk at the time, you know what I mean? No, I probably did, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I might not have though. So anyway,
I forgot.
Yeah, I forgot. That's
Who
my
knows?
legal defense.
Who knows?
Plead the fifth, thanks. Anyway, I'm editing this thing and I'm trying to render it out, get it out, and it keeps freezing. And I had this experience like, fuck, these cunts need to fix their software.
They need to fix that shit up.
And what I realized is it's kind of like a guy steals your car and then complains like, bro, you haven't changed your tires in 5 years. What the fuck? I slid off the road. I almost could have died. And it was one of those
such facts.
I had to catch myself being like, oh yeah, I can't really complain.
Dude, it's like, yeah, I mean, are you paying? Nah. But my stolen goods are not working as well as they should have. Or the best one is when you jailbreak your phone back in fucking year 9 and suddenly the apps don't work, so you can't go to the Apple store and be like, oh hey, my iPhone with Android operating system isn't working well.
It's so funny when people do, because people would still try and go to the Apple store and then be like, why do you have Call of Duty on this?
Yeah. Why do you have N64 emulator on this?
Yeah. Like, look, I don't know, man, but your product's faulty.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
why, when I open it up, is there a naked girl all the time? Jesus Christ.
Oh, man.
Anyway, if you want to fucking give us a follow, that'd be lovely.
Oh,
so
check out the Fact Generation. Really good videos.
In the bio or something like
he does awesome like top 10 videos. If you like scary things, I think what was the most recent one you just did?
I just posted one the other day on a fucking cannibal guy called Carl Denker.
So he did some crazy shit. I remember I heard in the beginning that he chopped up some limbs and then put it into pies or something like that.
Man's so fucked. He literally like got the skin of people and like the hair and made like shoelaces out of the hair and sold belts, and he just sold it to people
out of human hair.
Yeah. Anyway, if you're interested in that kind of stuff, go give us a follow.
Sweet. Need the first link in the bio, so check it out. Click it. Try to subscribe to it if you like it.
Yeah, easy. Anyway, moving on, mate. I had this realization, right? Because I was looking up recipes. We've talked about recipes before.
Yeah.
We talked about the arduous nature of getting to the actual first step.
Super 17 daily occurrence that wastes everyone's time.
Bro, I realized that you can tell the difference between a recipe aimed at men versus a recipe aimed at women.
Oh yeah?
Based on the expectation of ingredients. Like if you see a recipe and it's like, 200 grams chicken breast, some fucking chili flakes, rice. You're like,
seasonings of choice. That's the best one.
Seasoned to taste. You go, it's a guy. When you see a recipe that's like, you need 45 mils of vanilla essence, some like extracts of nice, a newt's eye.
Ground cumin.
Bro, we literally should have taken notes from like witches. You always saw like witches with their cauldrons being like, a tail of newt or something like that.
Eye of newt.
A fucking, all this shit. Like, who the fuck has these ingredients, bruv? What is this goofy ass fucking spice cupboard where these bitches just walk to and say like, dude, 4 grams of grass from the Himalayan mountains, and then just sprinkle it in this dish.
You can tell that because I feel like most guys, like when you make pancakes, do you use a recipe?
No.
Yeah. You can't fuck it up. But I feel like most girls, I think a higher percentage of girls overthink the importance of getting the exact amount of ingredient in there.
But do you know what's
like,
hilarious?
It doesn't matter if you put 1 teaspoon or 1.5 teaspoons of cumin. It's the same.
But you know what's fucking hilarious?
Yeah.
Somehow this rule doesn't apply to mothers and grandmothers. Like once you're a mum or a grandma, the food's like the best thing you've ever seen. And like they technically, they always have that recipe book that they never look at.
Yeah.
It's like filled with shit, but somehow like I've read this so many times that you're just like, it's like, I think for the most part, grandmothers especially, yeah. But I would say, like, I was lucky that my mum was quite a good cook, so I was, like, always pretty happy with that. Although she liked trying goofy shit, so I'd be, like, having some... I don't know. There was just certain things I didn't like. I was turned off linguine for, like, fucking years because I was forced to eat it when I was, like, 5.
What's linguine? Linguine? Wait, what's linguine? Is that the fettuccine?
It's like a pasta kind of thing. No, fettuccine is a pasta as well. It's a different type of pasta. But it was like some kind of pesto shit, and I was like, I just have this vivid memory of being a child, and like my parents were not like the whole fucking white parents where it's like, oh, don't worry, Timmy, I'll go cook you another burger. It's like, nah, you're not leaving the table till you eat it.
Yep, same.
So I'd be like lying across the fucking chairs. It'd be like 10 o'clock at night, and I'm 5 years old. Like I should have been in bed 3 hours ago. It's like, nah, I can't. I'm not budging.
Just sitting there until you. What?
So
bro, I don't know about you, but I got hit as a kid. So
really?
There was a time limit. You had to eat it within this time frame. Otherwise, fucking, you're gonna wish you ate it.
No, they went for like psychological torture. It's like, you're going to isolation. Who knows how long? You know what I mean? We'll get you there. But I just had bad experiences with that shit. But with like grandmothers, the second you get food,
It's amazing.
No, it's gonna be banging.
My grandma used to have a Scooby-Doo notebook, which she hand wrote recipes in there.
Yeah. I think my grandma had like one of those sleeve folders where you just like, it's written in like Sharpie, you can barely read it.
Jeez.
Yet suddenly they bring you a food and it's like, oh, it's gonna be banging. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
But anyway, so we're getting to the end of the pod, boys and girls.
Yep.
Boys and maybe a girl. Who knows? Let us
Boys
know.
and
You know what I mean?
one girl.
One's generous.
Yeah.
Half. You know what I mean? Maybe
Fine.
Caitlin
Zero.
Jenner's listening.
You win.
Okay. Anyway, so I've got, obviously we've got the competition. So make sure you tell us.
Oh, yeah.
Go to our Instagram. Make sure you
The
tell us.
50 cent or $1 thing.
Yeah. But most importantly, because this is what's going to determine
How does it
who
work?
wins.
Do they send a DM or you have to put a prompt? Or
No, so they have to. We'll do that kind of shit after.
Yeah.
But in order to enter and to win a grand prize of fucking $1, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whatever it is.
It is a grand prize.
You have to grand prize, dog.
It's signed.
Look, we're going to sign it, and guess what? That
This
means
is going to be memorabilia.
Do you know what it is? That's investing in the business.
Dude.
Look, this is buying a cryptocurrency coin at 0.00001 cent.
That coin.
Guess what, dog?
You could make an NFT of that coin down the road.
Yo, one day we might be fucking so famous that you've got this signed coin that's worth $1 billion. And guess what? The very least it's going to be worth is $1.
True.
It's always got at least
Either
one intrinsic thing. So, look, the code word for this week is got change. You know what I mean? Shout out to the homeless people out there.
Okay,
If you're homeless and listening, as long as you have access to Instagram, you can enter. So, you know what I mean? It actually might help, you know?
Yep.
So go to our Instagram page. Make sure to DM us why you want $1.
Nice.
It can be as creative as possible. It could be real, I guess. You know what I mean? But we'll determine how it works. Maybe we'll like find the top 4 or some shit, and we'll do some bracket shit on Instagram and let the fans decide. Who the fuck knows? But we'll send it out. Doesn't matter where you are in the world. I think Ireland's the furthest away from us. I guess what,
Is
Irish
it?
people, we rock with you.
Fuck it.
Yo, we've been fucking high up on the Irish chart still.
I'm glad.
On the improv,
I'm
we're
glad.
fucking like consistently top 10 on Apple, and I think we're actually top 100 on just comedy in general. Fucking shout out to the Irish people, bro.
Amazing. But
Yeah.
glad to have you guys on board.
Yeah. So anyway, we got to the end. Make sure, remember, got change. Subscribe to the follow us on the Instagram, which is at Milk Bucket Podcast.
Podcasts.
Follow us on fucking TikTok, which is Milk Bucket 1. We're going to be posting more TikToks in maybe like a week or so. We've just been taking a bit of a break because TikToks are draining. Make sure to like and subscribe. Hit the bell icon so you always hear. We had a bit of a late upload on the YouTube, so this week it should be up in a day's time.
Hopefully.
Yeah, you'll hear it when you hear it, but
We'll see.
It'll be up. So make sure to do that so we can get there. We've almost hit 1,000 followers, bro.
Subs.
We're
1,000 subs.
We're at 840.
I would love that, bro.
For anyone that doesn't know, when you can get monetized at 1,000 subs and 4,000 hours of watch time.
Yeah. So if you could watch this on YouTube, that'd be a very big solid.
Hey, yo, all you guys, if you could just fucking get you and all your family's accounts and just let it run out.
Yeah,
on
just
YouTube.
let it run on
Don't
YouTube.
even fucking watch it. Just let it run out. Then that'd be fucking fantastic so we can start making money and upgrade this shit.
Yeah.
Yo, we're giving away $1 next week. Imagine the time where we've got enough subs that we can give away like a K.
Dude, I can't wait to do that, bro.
Anyway, also, if you can go to Apple or Google Podcasts, give us a 5-star rating. Make sure to like and subscribe. We actually did have someone give us a rating last week, so fucking shout out to them.
Thanks very much.
We really
guys.
appreciate that shit. Remember, we got change.
Cheers,
We'll fucking
boys.
see you next week, boys.
All right. See yous.
See ya.